Oh, it's hard to leave that overture behind, but we must. We must. Because welcome in, guys. It is time for a Wild Card Wednesday. I'll let that drop for a second. I don't mind that. But yes, it is a Wild Card Wednesday. And I promised at the end of my stream last night, I had my Freelancer campaign going into the final syndicate. And so I promised myself that I would come back today to actually finish that up. Actually, let me, one quick thing I gotta send out, and then I will be ready to go. But yeah, no, I got 6 more missions to go on to finish up this Freelancer campaign. 6 more, list of targets to cap. So, we're gonna attempt to do that. And if we're successful, we'll justly celebrate that. If we fail, we might start again, but might go over to some Hearthstone a little bit, do some Battlegrounds tonight. Not sure what I'll get up to afterwards, but I have promised myself that it is time to jump back into the world of assassination, so that's precisely what we're gonna do. As much as I hate to kill those tunes, because they are phenomenal. It's a little architecture in Tokyo mix there. If you ever are interested in their stuff, please look them up on SoundCloud, Spotify, their label, however you want to choose to support an artist. We are all about that, especially when we get to feature music by some lesser-known DJs, some lesser-known MCs out there that are doing great work in the house scene and stuff like that. Always, always happy to recommend those people and to pass along great vibes when I hear them. But we've kept the vibes immaculate to get ready for this, because now we're going back to a world of pain and stress. So, most of stream, like, yesterday started off shocking. Like, I could not do a single thing right. Then I started getting clean towards the middle of the stream, and then everything fell apart when I went to Marrakesh towards the end of stream, and I somehow got away with the dumbest assassination of all time. If you have a chance to check out that VOD and see that, I highly encourage watching my Marrakesh mission, because I did something real dumb. Ooh. I'll take that little extra hit of Mambo before I go. I'd say that is definitely a sign of a psychopath, as their bed is a little bit too well made. Ooh, oh, that's right. Yeah, I did unlock some new furniture. So, is there a point of... I like the plant setup, honestly. I do like the plant setup. So this... Ooh, actually, though... you know what? These are cool effects. But I think I'd rather have the plants in the corner, all things considered. Oh, apparently I can actually make this closet not look terrible as well. Yeah, actually, like, get stuff out of boxes. Or the disheveled looks pretty dope. Nah, we're a psychopath. We've got to be absolutely... Everything is trim, everything in its perfect place. Very Patrick Bateman. Alright, let's go with killing. So. Ooh! New one of these little trophies. Nice. I think you basically just get these from, like, you take a certain number of missions taking down a particular type of syndicate, and eventually those unlock. I think that's what it is. So we got that one. Let's go get another one. So final syndicate. I think I'm going to just predicate this upon, like, which one is just going to give me the most fun locations to go to. Some of them, let's see here, like, a couple of these are a little... This one's pretty appealing, actually. Ooh, this one's very appealing, the La Tortuga. We'll look back at that one in a minute. I'd love to go to Dubai, but I despise Colorado as a map. It's a good map, I'm just bad at it. I should probably correct myself. Well, this one takes me to Dubai, Dartmoor, Hokkaido, Island of Scale, Marrakesh, and Sapienza. I've been to a couple of those pretty recently. Hey! Good to see you there! Garrus, thank you for joining me. You catch me selecting the last campaign and the still ongoing Freelancer that I was running. I think I'm going to go with La Tortuga because I like these maps. So, since you missed the end of my last stream, I do highly recommend checking the VOD, because right after you left, I started having some pretty clean missions, like one after the other, like actually taking care of business. And then I went to Marrakesh for a, hunting down a syndicate leader, and, chaos ensued. I actually need to just make a highlight of that, honestly, because, yeah, it got bad. I made a real stupid decision about 30 seconds into the mission that ended up costing me horribly. So we're going to try to avoid those kind of missteps today, but to do so, I'm going to want to look around. I'd say I want to go ahead and do something at one of the alerted territories first. So it's either Mendoza, Whittleton Creek, or Hokkaido. Honestly, I think Whittleton Creek is kind of the most fun one to start with, on the basis that it has the least bad spawn points. Like, both Mendoza and Hokkaido, I can spawn in truly horrible places for me. I'm definitely not getting any of these. We'll just take the collateral kill explosion and see if it happens by happy accident. If I'm going to Whittleton Creek, I don't think there are any electronic keys, but the explosive phone I will take. Eliminate guards with an SMG, so we bring in the silenced number with us today. Do I want a pistol with me as well? Nah, if I'm taking one silenced weapon, I'm risking one silenced weapon. Ooh, I'll tell you what I will need while I'm out there, is I will need a crowbar. Yeah, let's bring the vomit gun. And explosive rubber ducky. Okay, I think we're ready to go. So now I get to do
Have a good trip.
a lot of blowing things up and a lot of shooting guards in a suburban neighborhood. This mission is wild. Yes, the vomit gun. It literally, you shoot it at people, and if you hit them with the dart and they don't see you hit them with it, they go off somewhere and throw up.
Creek. The syndicate is currently operating in the area. Find them and eliminate. But be careful.
Like, 100% is a vomit gun.
Don't want them to slip away. Godspeed, 47.
Alright, so now we are in suburban America. And I need to take 4 targets out. So let's see here. One of them is in the... Oh, please tell me he's not at the open house, and he's just in somebody's backyard. That'll be a lot easier. Okay, yeah, it's just a guard, which means that I can do alley-oop. And let's see here. I wonder if I can eliminate him quickly. Before he... no, someone would see him if I tried that. So let's do the following. Take that out. Oh, I know what to do. Let's pass the prestige objective. And goodbye. Hey, I got a collateral kill. And then, so that you don't start any trouble for me. No, I missed. There he is.
Damn it! I don't have visual. Where is he? Anyone got him?
And wait for it. And no.
That's him. Lead. Give him all you got.
2.
Lost sight of him. Move.
And now they have no idea where I am. Oh, no, yes they do. I'm about to die. If you'll excuse me for a moment.
Can't see him. Got something here. Over.
Alright. Well, I completed 2 goals, and I made myself persona non grata. So, the plan is, if I can just get these idiots to run out of the yard... go ahead and run, idiots. Okay, they weren't stupid enough.
Where the hell did he go?
So we started off today much as the way we began yesterday.
Come in. Got some maniac.
Just making an absolute hash of things. And back into this yard. And then back into here. So now I need to run again. I think I'm doomed. I think I actually just doomed myself. Yep, I'm doomed. Well then. Stupid mistakes. I was stupid.
How unfortunate. It rather appears that you...
Yep, I was just dumb on my part. But luckily we didn't risk too much, so we didn't lose too much. Back to the beginning. I don't think my heart was in that, if I'm completely honest.
Campaign 47, the syndicate's got...
Oh, boy.
However, I'm sure you learned a few useful tricks. Let me know when you're ready to take on a new...
Should have been a little bit more stealthy on that. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. We ride again. Get to start something all new. Maps I enjoy as well will be the criteria again. I don't need to go back there. Bangkok, Mumbai, and France. Berlin, Miami, and Mumbai. Ooh, this seems like a good combo, honestly. Get to start off where I know how to do things best. Because Miami is a bit of a specialty of mine. We'll take that. And then, do I need to... I need to collect the poison. Alright, so I guess I'm killing a guard. And then I'm gonna want to bring a pistol with me. I also need to remember to go to Dubai ASAP so I can get my SMG back. The reason I'd normally be pretty upset about losing a silenced weapon, but the nice thing about the SMG I lost on that mission is that it is super easy to source on, when you go to the Dubai map. So if we need an epic sniper rifle instead, let's put you back. And let's get... That's the new guy I got the new one I got last stream looks pretty tight. Let's take this one. Yeah, new one I got on stream has to come with us. Look at that. That gun is as big as my body. This is an anime gun.
Bon voyage, 47.
Like, if Cloud Strife used a sniper rifle, that would be his sniper rifle. Who am I kidding? That would be Cloud Strife's pistol.
Welcome to Miami. We have been informed that the syndicate is currently in operation here.
Alright.
To do. Don't disappoint, 47.
So now I gotta kill 3 guards and a target with a sniper rifle. I think that's easily done. I just have to break into the right place. Oh, it's coming alright, Garrus. Thank you for asking. It's just still, you know, lots and lots of research, lots of writing things in the background. Although the good news is that with the the writer's strike ending officially, that gives me a lot more opportunities to actually get some writing out there. So I need to start actually picking up a little bit of my work ethic to get things a couple things accomplished. Definitely still being vigilant on the stuff that SAG-AFTRA is asking of its supporters in not putting too much out there on film, you know, regarding that would promote the studios that they're currently striking as well. But progress is being made. All right, so
I'm here now.
ready to meet up with Sierra Knox over at the hotel. Yeah, after the race.
We're gonna go this way.
Wow, this really hurts. Did you see him? The guy that jumped?
Then let's go ahead and get ourselves an event crew. Skies? And I'm certain there's a key nearby for the back rooms. At least I thought there was. Like, isn't there a janitorial key in here somewhere? Huh. Maybe you have it. Do you have it, buddy? No, you don't have it. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, long overdue for the writers to get their fair shake. Well, I thought the guy had the key. I'm sorry. So if he didn't have the key... And I might be able to... Can I hit you outdoors? Because I might be able to use the ye old trusty vantage point here.
You can just feel the tension in the air. Now this is a good, clean family show, folks. Make no mistake.
So, eliminate guards with a sniper rifle I can definitely do up here. I have to eliminate some other people other than guards in a second here, because I do not want this camera crew to see me. Sorry, guys. Now... Alright, hide the bodies. The no witnesses condition makes this very, very gruesome as a mission. Alright. I think I'm right in saying you can actually shoot people out of their cars in this, too. Nope, missed him. Alright, so looking for a guard and looking for my targets. Where are my targets? They're not in this line of sight. As a... Oh, it actually does work! Absolutely just obliterated somebody who was driving. Well, that answers that question, at least. Huh. Alright, now can I find... Ooh, hello, Mr. Guard. I'm really sorry, you are very much wrong place at wrong time. But part of my conditions are I have to take y'all out. So, 3, 2, 1. It's one down. And then there... Let's get number 2, please. Right in the stomach. And then guard number 3. Aha! Alright, now that part is over. Seal the sniper rifle. No one will be the wiser. No one's looking for me.
Hey, wake up. Don't just stand there.
Disguising ourselves, we're just an innocent race marshal carrying our standard race marshal issue briefcase. Nothing is the matter here. Oh, right, I also need to poison one of these dudes, so... Let's find a way of doing that. Race marshals could basically go anywhere, so... Oh yeah, they're all looking for whoever got shot. They're very, very much looking for a sniper.
We still have a little time before our champion reaches the podium. Let's hope
So, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Marshall, keep your clothes on, folks. Please.
Hey, calm down. What is wrong?
Okay, I've panicked once again. And luckily, we are now in a crowd where no one will find us. And I have 11 witnesses I now have to find before I can leave this mission.
Total exploitation of people who want to enjoy things.
You guys do a great job. Seriously.
Everything is going just fine. So let's find our target. So if you're in there... Ah, so you're race crew. That's what you do.
Funny anecdote. Saw the flamingo mascot backstage this morning.
So, who are my witnesses? That's the big question.
Before joining the global innovation race, he was a mascot at the
All of the people in orange, I'm guessing, are my witnesses. So all of them have to get taken out now.
Yes, sir. We've headhunted a real superstar mascot
That's going to be a faff and a half.
before the show's over.
Alright, where did you go? You went inside? Seems like a good idea. I'm going to turn around before that race marshal notices me. Surely it couldn't be as simple as doing this, right? I think there's no kill like overkill, so let's just try. Ain't no way the game's gonna let me get away with this, is it?
Well done.
Apparently it is gonna let me get away with that.
Blow to the syndicate.
Well, I used an epic sniper rifle to kill one of my targets. No one can say I didn't. It's completely unnecessary, but it was accomplished.
In the driver's seat. Don't settle for second best. Guardian Tires. Driver's choice.
What?
Oh, that's a shame. Alright, so one target all the way over there. And more importantly, 11 witnesses around here, many of whom are in public. So first things first is we gotta get rid of the chef. Which I currently can't do because that's locked. So I guess chef doesn't die first. I guess somebody else does.
Heard anything from anybody else? Over. Breathe easy, boys. Stay on your toes.
Nope, I can't do you either. Put the gun away. What are you doing?
Listen to that. The waiting time is almost over, and the crowd is
Alright, so they're gone now.
down here in Miami. This is a race that will go down in history.
He's gonna grab a body bag.
What more could anyone possibly want? Let's hear it for our champion, and let's get
This would be a lot easier if I could find a guard uniform that was convenient, rather than having to slum it around in here. Oh, is that a guard uniform being delivered right to my door? Why, you shouldn't have.
Don't do that.
Oh, wrong thing, but still. Now, I just have to get rid of witnesses. Don't have any idea of who they are anymore. Oh, wait, he saw me? You're kidding. So if he saw me, then he has to die as well, apparently? Yeah, okay, that is literally what I have to do. I literally have to find and execute a bunch of people who all saw me. In the middle of a crowded racetrack. Oh no, they've all noticed me too.
Help! Help! Someone help!
This is spiraled. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that this is spiraled.
Right there. Jesus H. For the love of God, please!
Definitely did not go according to plan, did it? This is a fine start to stream, by the way. Oh, boy. Back to the safe house we go. I'm gonna just restart this campaign. Ah. It is what it is, you know, like, Hitman has to do that to you sometimes. Like, Hitman has to humble you. Like, I came in expecting that I was going to do this last campaign, it was going to go without a hitch. Not only did I fail that campaign, but I failed the first mission of a new campaign. Like, definitely just trying to, like, bring me down a little. Those weapons I can source. Like, the weapons I've risked so far are easily replaceable. That gun, I just have to kill an assassin when I'm hunting down a syndicate leader. And for the SMG, we are going to go to Dubai right now and get that back. So let's first... Oh yeah, the sniper rifle, that hurts. But it hurts slightly less because I've had it for about 24 hours. So that softens that blow. But right now, what I'm looking for is a mission... it's gonna send me to Dubai. Bingo. Because I'm gonna go get me a free SMG. You know what? Do I have any epic unsilenced pistols? I think I do have just one. And it's El Matador, which is like absolutely overkill. So why don't I go for silenced epic? Take something I'm not gonna really mind risking. And we'll go epic silenced pistol kill for one of them. Also got to kill some guards with an SMG. Lethal syringe. No bodies found. Let's go. Okay, I can do this.
Have a good trip, 47.
So let's go ahead and first order of business will be going to get the SMG. Because no matter where this spawns me, I can go get it pretty quickly.
Welcome to the sector.
Actually, it spawned me, like, exactly where I want to be.
Syndicate is currently in operation
So we go
here,
up here,
but you know what to do.
in here,
Godspeed.
wait for him to fall asleep. And he'll do that now. Then we wait for his compatriot to finish walking down the hall and sit down, which he's now done. And... we now have the SMG back. Like I said, absurdly simple. And to boot, we have a costume that gets us everywhere we need to go. We have a key card for the penthouse. And if I remember the code, it is 6927. Yes, it is. We can now evacuate from anywhere. So that was a very successful first 30 seconds in this mission. Now we can actually look for targets. One of them is one floor beneath me. And one of them is the help floor above me. So let's go this way. And then I gotta kill 3 guards, so nothing personal, buddy, but... oh, wait, actually, no. I want to kill guards where I can hide their bodies. Because no bodies found is a key part of this. But thinking about it, I should have shot that guard I just hid. Oh well, regrets for later.
Hello, sir.
Hi, buddy. Now, we're up here.
Our Royal Highness has never complained about
And that's not a body I think I can hide.
Mr. Ingram, who is the Royal Highness, just wondered if you got the briefing on the lock noise of any kind.
it, but it means I'll work slower.
I don't care what tempo you work.
It will be
Hmm.
and I'll probably get a warning about it.
Maybe you guys can leave the room.
I think I'm in love.
Wait, where is he? Oh! Huh! I didn't know you could come back here. Well, isn't this interesting? So we'll do that. Do that.
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the Syndicate.
And then surely there's somewhere to hide these bodies. That was actually very simple. Remarkably simple. No, you're not hiding anyone out there, that's for sure. I wonder. No, I'm not hiding bodies down there either. So that's a bit of a puzzler. There's just literally nowhere to get rid of these bodies. Well, I guess I just gotta hope against hope that nobody comes in this room. Huh. So, I'm gonna just go ahead and roll that, or, I was about to say I'm gonna go ahead and roll that coin. I'm gonna go ahead and flip that coin and judge that nobody is gonna find those two. I don't think there's any reason to go searching for those bodies. So with that in mind...
To my successor.
I'm going to patiently wait
Power is not to be wasted.
for you to go back in the security office, as one does.
We have been able to maintain our power.
And nothing personal, but... that's one of the 3 guards. See, this is, so far, a little bit cleaner. You can't see me from here. And you're gonna go over there. Means I'm gonna go here. And then this is maintenance, right? Yeah, okay. So, you are just gonna get knocked out. I'm not gonna kill you. Because that would just be rude, because you're not part of my targets. Hide you here. It's like figuring out a little puzzle. And the puzzle is bodies. Alright. That's 2. And then I just gotta find one more guard to splash. Maybe up the back exit? I wonder. You look fairly isolated. Are you a guard? Nah, you're just waitstaff. Oh, you're a guard, though, but are you in a room with nobody else? No, you would be spotted immediately. Alright, you've lived another day. I think I'm gonna have to go downstairs. Just as well, the second target is downstairs as well. So then... oh, no, the next target is not downstairs. The next target is right there. Look at that. Isn't that a happy little coincidence? Look at that. I don't have to go anywhere for my targets. I didn't barely have to leave this floor of this mission. Now, these two, unfortunately, are going to be a little hard to kill without bodies being seen. Let's see here if I can do this. You're turned that way. Didn't find the body! Didn't find the body! He saw me, but he didn't identify the body before I shot him too.
I'll be in touch.
So now, slowly and carefully... so by my count, I need one more guard and then I can leave. Where is a good isolated guard?
Hey, you look like you might need something. I only sell good merch.
Your tech.
If someone touches those...
This is the exhibit hall. There is literally nowhere to hide bodies out in public. Seems like a pretty self-evident thing. Note bodies would be found there. What a problem to have. I desperately need to find a guard to kill so I can hide their body. It's an infinite loop. Ah, see? Yes, hiding their bodies was crucial. She would have found them.
Let's go this way. I got your back, sir.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, sir? You seem to be very much in public and unable to be killed, so... Damn. Well... Maybe not damn. Maybe not damn at all. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Do not turn around. Do not turn around. Do not turn around. Do not thank you for not turning around. You've done a great service to your country by not turning around, sir. And now, we walk out the front door. No one having been the wiser and having actually pulled off a slick series of hits for once. You see, when we want to be clean, we can be clean. And we got our gun back. Sweet taste of success and watered down iced coffee. And I was never getting the dart gun objective because I just don't have one. But yeah, no. That was like just a very nice fortuitous mix of like good spawn. All my targets are basically on the same floor.
Back there. I'm ready when you've prepped the next assignment.
And I don't even need to risk this anymore because I can get I can just roll with the SMG. So, let's see here. Chongqing or Paris? I think on balance, easier for me to go hunting in Paris for the Syndicate, so I will go to Chongqing now. Poison a target and poison a guard. I don't have a sedative. I have chloroform. Or disposable scrambler. The disposable scrambler, I think, is more useful. Nah, the remote explosive is more useful. Collateral kill firearms? Sure. I don't think that's coming true unless I bring a shotgun, but sure, go nuts. I'd rather just bring the syringe, the SMG, and the explosive.
Have a good trip, 47.
Alrighty. I've had good luck in Chongqing the last couple times I've run this mission. Or run this map.
Welcome to Chongqing.
Where is my target? Oh, they're up. Cool.
Find the person and, well, you know the drill.
This could go very quickly. This could go very, very quickly.
I got this flyer, and it says I can make a lot of money to be in some experiment.
They don't want people like us for that sort of thing.
No, they're all...
I have a dart gun to use. But I do have that. So then, this is going to be another really quick mission. Because we just go here, and now we run like hell.
Syndicate member eliminated. Return to the safe house.
We're out of here in record time, yo. Like, and there's my exit. Look at that. Well, that was China. Blink and you missed that one. Just gonna brush some dust off my shoulder after that one. I mean, maybe if they were all like that, I would have actually completed a campaign.
Let me know.
I've beaten Freelancer before, but you wouldn't know it from watching me stream it. Alright. Hide target bodies, don't blow your disguise, and a poison kill. I can facilitate the poison kill. Yeah, 3 for 3 is where we're going. So, Sweet Tooth Foodie, black hair, necklace, hat, tattoo. And they're going to give me the vomit gun. Fantastic. That will help a lot, actually. Because the vomit gun will at least... If I can get the assassin with the vomit gun, I will be in very good shape. Then let's go... Time to get disguises might be good. But this is a good array of stuff to bring. This is a very good array. Am I going to want to go get the... Something tells me I'm going to be... Okay, without the rusty nail. I was thinking about grabbing a single-use lockpick, but I think I'll be alright. There really aren't that many locked doors in Paris, and the ones that are there, you can get around pretty easily. I say that now. Watch me be, like, in a locked room.
Welcome to Paris. This is it.
Oh, not in a locked room, but...
To identify the target first, to help you.
In a great room, nonetheless.
They are here to attend a business meeting. We also have the following description on their looks. We know that they have black hair, they are wearing a hat, they are wearing a necklace, and has a tattoo. Furthermore, your target has a sweet tooth, and they see themselves as a foodie.
Okay,
I
so
hope these tells can be used to your advantage.
one target down below me on, I think, the first floor. No, that's the second floor. No, that is the first floor below me. And then the others are way, way off in the gardens.
You, my friend, are real or...
Alright, now we wait. And we're okay. Just wait for a nice, convenient moment for them to slip up on their route. And we have the best disguise in the entire place. And I can start carrying around an automatic rifle. So now that we basically have the run of the place, let's get out of the attic.
Light rig setup. It's the flimsiest shit I've ever seen. Well, these bozos realize what happens if it drops. Everybody on stage will be crushed. Never gonna happen. Oh yeah?
And they
Yeah. If anything that could go wrong, actually.
are just gonna chill, and I'm gonna head downstairs. I am not heading downstairs, because that gentleman is going to notice me. So,
I don't know, I mean, as I recall, Margolis' dad was some...
here we go. We'll head through the auction for rich turds. Hello, rich turds.
Any more bids?
And we'll go down this way.
Mister...
And there's another guy who's going to notice me down there. Damn.
Academy or something?
So let's see here. I guess I got to go down the other way. The way that involves a circuitous maze back towards where I came from. Alley-oop. And the scaffolding back here will be my route. Then, just because I'd like to keep this objective going if I can, I'm sorry. I meant to shoot you, not to throw you off the balcony. That's my fault. I'll make it up by shooting your friend. And then put that disguise on. And then put my other disguise back on. And now we can go looking for... Oh, hello, Mr. Courier. Goodbye, Mr. Courier. I'll take that extra money, thank you. And we're going to switch up disguises again. And switch right back. Okay. So, all my targets are downstairs. Every single one of them. I think, in fact, one of them might even be in the... One or two of them might even be in the basement. But they're spread out now. There we go. Joystick's working again. Let's go down to security and get rid of cams first, because Oh my god, you're right there. Let's check our target first. Damn. He's got a hat. He's got black hair. I can't tell on the tattoo or the necklace, but they are having a business meeting.
The suspect appears to be engaged in a business deal. Could be worth investigating.
Screw it. Otherwise it's going to be very bad for you. Now, everything is running according to plan.
Excellent. I'll be in touch. See you. Bye.
I'll see you.
Yeah, don't mind me, like, spying on you with this camera. Oh, you do have a necklace. Do you have a tattoo? Yes, you do. You have a tattoo on your hand. Whoa! Okay, buddy. Mr. I know everybody at the party.
Who does this dickhead think he is?
Don't tell me that just blew the mission. Okay, thank God. No, it didn't. Who the hell was he? How did he know who I was? I've done nothing suspicious other than standing by this man and pointing a camera at him. Repeatedly. I just want to know if you have a sweet tooth and if you're a foodie. That's all I want to know. And then I can just leave you in peace. I mean, not peace exactly, but I can, like, finish up my business with you. Ah, that person's a smoker, so they are out. Dang, I can't mark them yet. Let's go here. Not a suspect. There we go. Alright, so we're not going to do the disguise thing, but... You are not a target because you're not wearing glasses, or you're wearing glasses, not a necklace. Now, are you going to cooperate and tell... Oh, the assassin's nearby. There he is! The assassin's a prime target for Mr. Sick Gun. Nobody turn... You're turning the wrong way, guys. Shh. What are you doing? What were you doing? Dang it, I missed him doing something. I feel like he's my target. What is he doing? And I'm going to need to follow the assassin so I can get my gun back. Let's follow him. I know where that other guy is, and I know I have 2 targets knocked down, so let's just focus on getting my gun back real quick.
Just by the main stair. Hey.
Howdy.
Hey, put the gun away.
Don't mind me as I just look for an opening.
Hi.
This is going to take some real patience.
Glad you can make it. Just need to be sure that we're all set.
Oh, sorry, miss.
Okay. On the same page, that's good. I'll contact
Oh, and of course he's coming back the way I need to be to watch the assassin. I hate this dude. Like, Mr. Party Monitor. Yeah, just block me completely, Party Monitor. Just doesn't doesn't matter. I don't need to go anywhere.
Hello there.
Hi. Alright, so you're following a new target. So I swear I'm gonna have a clear moment shortly to get the assassin. Opportunity is gonna present itself in just a few seconds. Hey, buddy. Just a normal security guard. Shit. Of course, these bozos are all walking this way, too. I want one clear moment in Paris. Just one. I don't think I'm asking for much. She's got a sweet tooth, but she's a smoker, and I'm not looking for a smoker, right? Yeah, no, I'm looking for a foodie, not a smoker. That's why I disqualified her. God. Love these people. Come on, Mr. Assassin. Keep doing what I know you want to do, just creepily following. Just give me a lane. Give me an opportunity. Vomit gun has been applied successfully. I finally found my opening. Oh, you don't feel good, buddy? I'm sorry. God, these stupid NPCs. Oh, he's not going to hurl in a bathroom. He's going over the side like an ass. Oh, that's my target, all right. He's got the sweet tooth. So now I literally have to clear out this entire courtyard in order to get him. That's irritating. Because there's nowhere I can hit the assassin from. Where no one's going to see me. Right? I want your gun, you absolute loser. Hop in the window, you idiot. So now that he's finally cleaning himself up.
Up and running.
God, I just want your weapon, guy. Thank you. God, that was irritating. Finally took care of problem number 1. Problem number 2. Figuring out how to poison you lethally and hide your body without anybody seeing it. think that's possible. Welcome in, Totally Tight. Yeah, no, I had the exact same premonition, is that, like, he was just going to change his pathing then, just specifically to enter the garden house and screw me. As it is, I'm pretty screwed right now on my top target, because all he's doing is hanging around this beautiful, lovely garden. Like, I don't blame him. It's a wonderful little peaceful area. I love Paris. Like, Paris is definitely dear to me. If I had to call my favorite map, I would say probably Miami or Dubai. I think those are the two that take it for me, to be honest. If only I had a lethal pill jar, I'd be happy. Are you really gonna make it this simple for me? No, you're not. I was about to say, I thought it was gonna give me an opportunity to just shove him off and be done with it. No, of course they're having a meeting right now. Boy, they just really, really don't want to give me any clear room, do they? Oh, now you leave the garden, you... Well, maybe if he's actually out of the garden, I can get him with the poison. I think that might actually be plausible now. Provided the... I just need him to go somewhere a little bit secluded, and then this poison has got his name on it. Come on, buddy, that's right. Yep, just escorting in the VIP. This extremely important and crucial person who is about to take a turn for the worse. Yes, goodbye. Don't care, I'm gone.
The leader is eliminated, sending a clear message. You should get back to the safe house. I'll contact you later.
Well, that was a pretty easy mission. Once I got the gun I wanted from the assassin, I'm in good shape. Whew! And that is how you clear a syndicate, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, no, I'm with you though. Paris is a really great map. I was say, if my computer would actually run the, like, some of the contract missions perfectly, one of the most fun things to do in Paris is there are, like, glitched contract missions where they make every single NPC in the party in Paris into a target. So you basically just walk around the chateau as an axe murderer. It's a really... You can. There's also a mission like that in Bangkok as well. They're really... It's like... It's I think a kind of a cool twist on the game. Like, I almost wish they had that mode as a thing. Like, because every map, like the big maps at least, have something along the lines of, I want to say, between like 150 and 200 NPCs. So it's like you have to slowly and carefully whittle down the entire population of a map. It's really interesting. But, like, you'll find, because the game has so much of a problem selecting that many targets, that it can literally, like, the game is so confused by how many people you have to aim for that it won't let your gun aim until you've, like, killed 20 or 25 of them. Oh yeah, no, the Vanilla Paris, like, that mission is such a great intro to the Hitman series, I think, because... it's a really great introduction into all of the various possibilities, even when you're just going for the set 2 targets every time, is that the number of ways the original Paris mission just gives you the opportunity to carry out the 2 hits is fascinating. Like, really, really a fan of how it's a great little explainer to the series almost. Let's see here. What do I want to go with again? I think we're just looking at maps again. Stuff we enjoy. And I don't think I'm going to get a better combination of 4 maps than Bangkok, Berlin, Dartmoor, and Hokkaido. So yes, please. Oh, and we got to start off in Berlin, because we always start with the alerted territories. Let's do it. And let's see here. If I'm carrying around... Yeah, you know what? I will just carry around an SMG, and I will bring a shotgun with me, because I think the epic shotgun kill is not too hard in Berlin. But it does mean we're going to need to carry around a suitcase on this level. Oh yeah, IO Interactive did a lot of great work with this, and quite honestly, just like my personal opinion, but I feel like Freelancer mode takes this series to like an entirely different level. The idea that you have these variable adaptable hits on multiple different maps and just infinite possibilities for like who you need to hit and how you need to hit them, it adds a flavor to this game that even though it's already got a solid story mode, like it's elevated Hitman for me into like all-time great game territory, because this mode is so novel and so interesting. Like, it's just a seamless addition of, like, a ladder mechanic and of a collection mechanic to a game while opening up its variability. Like, oh yeah, no, I definitely got the adoration behind what you were saying. Like,
the Syndicate is currently operating in the area. Find them and eliminate.
No, exactly. Like,
this is no
the one thing, like, I wish I could ask for from IO, even though, like, it would be so unfair because they've already worked their butts off to give us what we've got. If there was some way I could have, like, 5 or 10 more maps added to this game, it would be even more sweet for me. Like, I'm just, like, I'm so impressed by the level of quality that they've added to what's already in here that I just want more of it. So, that's a guard. Yeah, I've heard about the 007 game. It'll be interesting to see if that is... how similar that is to Hitman. Because I think, like, if I had to guess, I would say that it's going to probably be more reflective of, like a Payday 3 seems kind of like the gaming model you'll get from the 007 game. Where it's not entirely about just, you know, getting hits, doing one specific goal. You have, like, multiple different sort of achievements you need to do in service of sneaking around to complete your mission, is the sense I get. But I'm excited for that. Like, I'm very excited for that. How to eliminate guards? We're going to wait for you to go by. I mean, I sympathize. I know you're just sort of enjoying your coffee, guy, but... them's the breaks. I got a goal to kill you also. Who saw that? I don't know why. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why Nightbot got you about caps, but I apologize. Sometimes it's a little bit finicky on that. How does everyone know I shot that guy? Like, they all just seem to immediately gravitate towards that spot like I got noticed, but there's... Oh, is it you? It's Mr. Tech. Literally saw me from halfway across the map. Yeah, no worries on that, dude. Like, my Nightbot is sometimes, like, way too, quick with the trigger. I need to go and fix those settings after stream. I shouldn't be getting people for laughter. I should be getting people for, like, actually harmful content, not trying to participate in chat. So, I know where my targets are. I just need a disguise, because I feel a little bit... A nice little rusty crowbar would be just what the doctor ordered, actually. Let's see here. Yeah, you. You are my disguise. Well, I'm just filling these things all over the place, because I'm just apparently supposed to just never pacify. Yeah, that might be it, honestly. But no, that kind of participation is in fact welcome. Nightbot is in the wrong there. Ooh, do I spy an isolated security guard? I think I did. So nobody in the bathroom is going to come around the corner and... Oh, no, yes, they are. I forgot, there's a bunch of just, like, regularly generated NPCs, and now they're all panicking like cows. Yeah, no, honestly, this type of thing being co-op mode would be unbelievable. But, you know, hey, things that they might indeed put in later versions or in new adaptations of what they do. Like, I think that, you know, Freelancer mode, it's hard to believe it only came out last year as a, you know, sort of, or sorry, early this year, I should say, as an addition to the Hitman franchise, because it's so fresh and interesting. But I think it opens up all sorts of interesting possibilities. I think it's a really exciting time for this franchise. Really exciting time for me, too, because I think I found an isolated guard, so I can actually take my shotgun out. Yeah, just come around the corner, buddy. Just do your work, goodbye. Alright, I'm not supposed to pacify. So, and you're a guard, so, sorry. And there we go. Come on. Retrieve, please. Yeah. But even there, though, I'll give IO a tremendous amount of credit. Because, wait, they're gonna... Is this shotgun illegal for... A tactical shotgun is illegal for a security guard. We learn something new every day. But yeah, no, like, I will say that one thing that IO does that I really appreciate is they take a game that, and a series that could fall into very conventional archetypes very easily, and instead of letting it do that, they experiment. Like, they go very much sink or swim with game ideas. They're not afraid to put something interesting in what you've purchased. And honestly, as somebody who, like, I am, you know, not as heavy of a gamer as a lot of my friends are. A lot of my friends are much more literate on the subject than I am. But to my mind, Hitman is fresh and interesting because they take those risks instead of bogging the game down in the same features and the same repeated kind of play style that you see in other games of this style. And as a result, like, I can do Freelancer mode for hundreds of hours and just be enthralled with it like I'm playing it in the first hour. Because the play experience is constantly refreshing itself and constantly becoming more interesting. Speaking of interesting, now the question is, can I both... Don't tell me you're just going back out that way. Oh! Well, hang on, if that's your path, then I'm just hitting you with the shotgun when you come up the stairs. Oh, no wonder I got seen when I killed those guards earlier.
That looks a little precarious, don't you think?
Look, the tree is fine. They can always sell out their time.
See, I think Absolution is kind of a great example of how the very strengths of IO can get turned against it if they don't have somebody who's just giving them a little bit of oversight. Like, yes, throw as many features as you can at the wall and see how many stick. That makes for a really amazing gaming experience. But at the same time, Absolution, they tried to twist too much of the formula that actually works for them. And in the process, they kind of lost sight of what the Hitman games are, I think.
Everyone should be safe.
Still, World of Assassination is just... like, chef's kiss. They're not making this easy on me. I think that's the move. Seeker, wait for the bathrooms. She's about to walk all the way back up here. No, she's walking downstairs. Of course she is. Why would she take the path that she was prescribed earlier? That would be silly. Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah, contracts just aren't the same in this game. They're interesting, but, like, they're limited in their scope. Also limited is my ability to hit these people. Apparently. No, actually, I'm gonna be fine. Because if I just go here, here, and here...
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47.
Oh, they watched me do that. Well, we're just gonna casually move away. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I'm always curious to see, particularly when a game series has refined itself as well as Hitman has, what ideas they keep and what ideas that they edit themselves out of. It's interesting to see what does and doesn't survive. Like, the elusive targets idea is, like, sort of still alive, sort of dead, but, like, it definitely impacted the series in the way that contracts were dealt with forever and ever. I'm just waiting for my target to come up the stairs, please. All I need... Oh, you're not even going to go up the right stairs.
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the...
That worked. Hide the illegal gun.
Collect yourself. I'll be in touch.
And now we just have to find our way around to the stairs. Oh, don't forget the suitcase. That would not be good. That's mine. Yeah. I will say, though, Hitman is mostly avoided being anti-player, at very least with World of Assassination. Like, I'm very, very appreciative of the fact that they limited the microtransactions to basically purely cosmetic content. I mean, yes, you can't really take contracts in places like New York, but other than that, it really did. They haven't microtransacted people out of their series.
As long as we don't accidentally overload the system, everything...
Yeah. Gotta love the guards having stormtrooper logic, right? I didn't see it. It couldn't have happened. Currently precariously opening my seltzer so that it doesn't blow up all over my desk. Oh, yep, there it goes. That was inevitable. Yeah, like, honestly, there's, like, the microtransactions for Hitman are really nice in just how they don't, I just unlock a suit. Like, that's the way this kind of stuff should be for cosmetics, is either make them unlocks, or if you're really dead set on, like, special edition costume, then that kind of stuff being microtransacted and not impacting the gameplay is, like, really solid. I still think I'm right in saying the only time I've truly been happy buying microtransacted content and truly felt like I got what I paid for was when I got the Mass Effect trilogy and I got bundled up all of the Mass Effect 3 DLC. Like, Mass Effect 3's DLC is goated in the history of DLC, in the history of, like, extra content. Like, I've never played, like, maybe, like, Horizon Zero Dawn, it comes close with the Frozen Wilds, but, like, those are, like, the two examples I can think of microtransacted content that I've actually been happy with. And, like, I'm a huge Civilization 6 nerd. Like, I love playing turn-based strategy when I am not doing this. But, like, Civ 6, some of the worst microtransactions I've ever dealt with. The fact that, like, I'm paying for extra leaders the more that the game, you know, evolves. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I absolutely despise. But Hitman is good in my book for this kind of stuff. So where do we want to go next? I think I'm going to have the most fun if I hunt for the Syndicate leader in Bangkok. So let's go Hokkaido. I haven't been Hokkaido in a hot minute. Oh, they're asking a ton of me with these weapons. What the fuck, man? Sniper and an SMG? I mean, we'll do it. But we ain't risking anything huge. We're just going to go with the small arm, the rare arms, rather than anything else. And then... Do you really want me to bring... Wow, they're just having me bring a full, like, silenced arsenal with me this mission. I'll do it, because I'm comfortable here, but... I can certainly respect that opinion. What I liked about it is I felt like I was really enamored by the episodic nature of it, to be honest. I felt like it was nice to be able to cut away, both in Citadel and Omega in particular, I think about with this, is I really enjoy the way that you can cut away and have a unique self-contained Mass Effect adventure in the context of the whole galaxy going to hell. And Mass Effect 3, I enjoy, honestly, the most out of all of the games because I like the episodic nature of it more than I like 2's episodic nature. Because 2, great game. Don't get me wrong. Mass Effect 2 is a phenomenal game. But, like, the Space Cowboy, we're the rebel on the edge thing, like, I've done it. I've seen that story. Mass Effect 3 and, like, the unique sort of blend of hopelessness of the story and the fighting back bitterly against, the extinction part of it is a really interesting plot point to me. It actually makes me, enjoy the Leviathan stuff a little bit more, because Leviathan does feel like it was added on, but to me at least it feels like Leviathan got added on because they realized, oh, hang on, we forgot to tie up this really important loose end that we've had written in our story, and not like, oh, let's just tie this in to create new cool extra lore. Like, Leviathan to me felt like them correcting a mistake rather than Leviathan being a mistake by addition. If that makes any sense. And then, yeah, as you said, Citadel is goated. Like, Citadel is like top 5 DLC in any game that's ever been made ever.
Punching her lights out too. I mean, she made a mockery of the judicial system, shamed the entire legal profession with her trickery.
Oh, I remember that vividly.
Take care, Garrus. Thanks for stopping by.
Brutal.
And yeah, Ty, no, I can absolutely respect that too, because, like, of course, I was in, college and, like, late in high school when they originally came out, and I really only got hugely into them when I was playing them in college. Or, sorry, after college. But, like, the thing that really speaks to me about Mass Effect 3 as a fulsome statement when you add in all that DLC is it really does, like, I feel like there's the added weight of the universe when everything is added on top of it. It really does feel complete. Like, that's the exact right word for it. And honestly, to I think people's credit, and I think to my personal excitement, people are starting to come around on Andromeda too. Because Andromeda had a horrible, glitchy release as well. And people are finally starting to realize that it isn't the worst game in the world. Bad day for these guys, but not a bad day for Mass Effect Andromeda. But yeah, no, when it came out at release, particularly because they really, like, Mass Effect 3 is such an interesting case study because they totally and completely misjudged their audience and misjudged how to finish their series. And in a rare case, kind of like, you know, if you think about it, the Sonic animators for the Sonic the Hedgehog animated film, realizing they had screwed up and rectifying their animation mistake, BioWare realized, wow, we really did misjudge the end of this series, and we really did need to go back and correct ourselves. And they did that effort. So, like, I got a lot of respect for BioWare for doing that, because they did botch the release of ME3. Yeah. And Andromeda, and you bring up an interesting point about Andromeda, too, is it did honestly suffer, I think, from the weight of expectations. Like, BioWare is so well known for everything they've done with Mass Effect, and now everything they've done with Dragon Age, which has become a whole-ass successful series that they've also created side by side. Ooh, yeah, I'll absolutely will have to look that up. That's my kind of, as I just quickly take care of that, excuse me. But that's my kind of, viewing, I think, is having a kind of a making of the ME3, process and of reflecting on that ending. Because it's such a, it's a real moment in time. Oh, please do, yeah, please put it in the gaming lounge. I would love to have it there. But no, it's just so weird to think about, because Mass Effect 3 is probably... Like, this would be a controversial statement because of how many people love Mass Effect 2. But Mass Effect 3 is probably my favorite game of all time in terms of, like, new age, open world type stuff. Yeah, now Mass Effect is up there.
I need one more
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the Syndicate.
So dump this body right quick, and then remember, I gotta use the silenced pistol on my last kill. Alright, that went smoothly. Alright, and actually, I can get away with doing something very stupid here, I think. Thank you very much for that. So let's do something in celebration of sending me that link, and of doing smart things in the face of stupidity. I needed the sniper kill. And if it's just going to give me that one. Alright. And a little lead pipe never hurt nobody. And I should probably hide this body, because people love coming into this room. Oh, no, don't retrieve the sniper rifle. Put that back, please. Put that back. You don't need to use that right now. There you go. Good job, buddy. Alright, let's keep moving. Can you not? Can you not? Can you please get out of the way? I'd like to go, please. Thank you. But yeah, no, like... It's just weird to think how big that controversy around Mass Effect 3 is in retrospect. But it is, like, one of, like, the all-time Sorry, guys. I'm going this way. But yeah, it really is, like, one of the all-time... I do like a good homing briefcase. I do like a good homing briefcase for the lols. Personally, I also really enjoy in this game a spot of axe throwing. I think that's incredibly fun. Oh, I can get my last sniper kills up here. Hang on one second. I completely forgot that I have a whole ass sniping nest right up here. Well, this will be a cinch. Oh, you didn't give me the Tonto this time? Damn, I was hoping you'd give me my sword. Well, no matter. Let's see here. Retrieve this. And now we just go looking for a couple of guards. Surely there's at least one or two from this line of sight. Like, I'm with you on that assessment, too. Like, my hope for Mass Effect 4 is, I think, quite literally beyond what anyone is capable of making. Because if I were to get a Mass Effect game that were to make me truly satisfied, it would literally involve having to give people the option to bring in save data from their 1, 2, and 3 campaigns, and based off of whatever their resolution was to the Reaper conflict, having their new game start in that unique world, with that being the fundamental basis for what they play through in ME4. The problem with that is you essentially have to create a game with 10 different starting points if you do that. And like, yeah, no, exactly. Like, to program in just like the opening act of a game like that, you would need something like 100 gigs of data, which is the full size of Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, you would need something so massive as to be unplayable in the current technology that we have, because people just can't afford the kind of memory you would need for a game like that. Like, again, like, in my wildest dreams, that's what the game dev would be capable of, but we're like, what do you say? 10 years away from the laws of micronization catching up to make something like that possible? And I don't want to wait 10 years for Mass Effect 4. I'm more curious about getting back into that world. I've wondered about that too, actually. Is the Andromeda DLC, I always thought would have made a hell of an opening to the second Andromeda game in the series. Like, in my head, like, the Kanan, like, tutorial mission for Andromeda 2 would be going to find the Quarian Ark, which was, like, the long-rumored DLC. I mean, it's a fascinating thing to think about, because this is okay. I'm just gonna fully go into like Mass Effect nerd mode, so please bear with me. But I'll need to read that, because my thought of what would be an interesting play for that is, I think that you would be more likely to see non-suited Quarians in the Andromeda series, and the artists would actually have had to render those. Because Quarians mentioned that, with Geth help, if you, bond them at the end of Mass Effect 3, if, Geth and Quarian come to an accord, the Geth were essentially helping the Quarians at the end of that game develop their immune system so that they could live without suits, and live comfortably without their suits. So, that process, they mentioned in Kanan, would take the Quarians without the Geth help something like 500 years to acclimate to life without suits, or to do the kind of adaptation necessary genetically. Well, the Arks take 600 years to get to Andromeda, so the Quarians would have had ample time to adapt themselves to the new environment. So, we should have unsuited Quarians in the world of Andromeda.
Hey there. Need anything?
At least that's the way I see it. Oh, is he in like a rec room? Yes, please come this way. Please come this way, guy. Thank you. Shit! That's a fair point with the Golden Worlds part of this. I think you definitely would have suited Quarians having to do that. But I think the intention would have been there on the Ark to like, hey, let's put this kind of adaptation into our immune system so that, we don't have to, on our own ships, be in suits all the time. Really, that's one of the places I'm honestly most disappointed in the Mass Effect team, is that when you romance Tali in the series and you get that Quarian photo at the end of the game.
I do still wish we'd be able to put it into someone.
Yeah, I'd love to have a summary of that, honestly. It sounds fascinating.
After all.
Stairs are clear.
Help! Help!
Get somewhere safe now.
Right you are.
You're accountable for this mess.
No, absolutely not. I'm just walking up the stairs. Get away from me.
That's for another time. We'll talk again.
Alright, so this should get... Oh, okay. So, it's a bit of an extension, then, of, the Plague in Mass Effect 2 in Morden's mission. It's a similar analog, to my mind. Okay, I think I might be about to Zoidberg this. Yeah, I'm about to Zoidberg this. Ready? And...
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47. You should get back to the safe house. I'll contact you later.
Oh, that's dope! I would have loved playing through a procedural espionage thriller in space. BioWare. That sounds like a fun idea that you could have given us all. I still need to kill one guard with a sniper rifle. Let's see here. Actually, he's right there.
I'm here now.
Let's do something stupid.
Nothing. Quiet here. Over.
Only some time to let it in.
Yeah, EA has many sins to answer for. That, you know, what they've done to their subsidiary studios like EA Montreal and what BioWare was not able to do is definitely high among them. Well, that was interesting. It was half, you know, half Hitman, half lecture on Mass Effect. I'm amazed how focused I was able to stay, because I'm really, really passionate about the future of the Mass Effect series. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, Anthem is on BioWare. Anthem was just... It's really like you almost don't need to say words about Anthem anymore, because it's just like people who know gaming just understand what you mean by bringing up Anthem. Just like the cautionary tale of all cautionary tales.
Good work back there. The Syndicate took a serious blow, but there is still much work to get done. Recuperate and prepare for your next assignment.
I mean, really, like... What convinced BioWare that in a market flooded by shooters, they needed to throw their hat into the ring, rather than doing the thing that they're good at, which is innovating off of novel formats? You want to make an open-world RPG? Okay, we'll make a procedural RPG that makes itself feel open-world, despite the fact that you're pretty much on a rail for the first two games. Like, genius game design for Mass Effect 1 and 2. And then in Mass Effect 3, let's just turn this into a space opera. Like... But no, Anthem. Let's just have people point, you know, guns at each other and shoot each other on really, really, really bad maps. Yep. No, yeah, you absolutely know that, like, the developer cares about the game when, you know, they see the developers put, the company cares when they let the developer put in years and years of work and then just force them to throw it in the garbage. That's when you know you've got a good gaming company. And they're really surprised that they're about to be struck against by SAG-AFTRA. Pale Duck. Do I want to bring the sick gun with me to dart more? Nah, I'd rather bring the impact explosive. The impact explosive... Actually, I'll bring a bunch of explosives, because they're just fun. Whew. A little burpy. My lunch is coming back up. Yeah, it's overdue. Like, and speaking of somebody who's, you know, worked in entertainment for, God, decade now, if you include my experience in high school and college, 15 years. But, like, as bad as actors get treated in the world of film, and they get treated very poorly, actors in video games are treated like cattle. Like, it's ridiculous. So, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to go this way first. Yeah. And, like, the sad part, too, is, like, when you learn that, like, quality studios, have, like, ended up outsourcing work to somebody who isn't as good or as reliable. Like, a perfect example is one of the games that would probably be considered struck work during the strike is Hades, and it's not Supermassive Games' fault. The contractor that they got to do the voice recording for that is the entity that would be struck. The VoiceWorks company that provides voices to the games that included Hades is the entity that would be struck. Like, Supermassive, if anything, was just negligent in not realizing that the actors that were getting hired through that secondhand account, or through that secondhand company, were being properly paid. So it's a shitty situation, because, like, people are getting dragged into this, and they should be, because, like, you know, if a game is struck, it's struck for a reason. But, like, people should not, you know, it's tough being stuck in an environment where one wrong move, or, like, one missed, like, you know, piece of due diligence can put you in hot water like that. It's really rough. I sympathize. You know, I love streaming Hades. I love speedrunning it. I won't be running it if we strike against video games, unfortunately. I'll just go back to my F-Zero runs, because Nintendo is not going to be a struck entity. They actually pay their actors. But, you know, I will have to, you know, like everybody else who streams, even though I'm small time, I'm still trying to get myself to affiliate, which is why all the likes and subscriptions are... Or the likes, or the, yeah, follows. Like and subscribe like it's YouTube. No, but, like, yeah, all the follows are appreciated, and, you know, where I'm at is really appreciated right now. But if I have to, you know, take a hit and not publicize a couple of games because there's a strike on, more than happy to do that. Yeah, no, Bungie's a sterling example of how to construct a modern developer well. Like, they know they're under the Microsoft umbrella, they know they've got that level of corporate protection, but rather than using that as a shield to abuse their workers and harangue them for ever-increasing deadlines so that they'll make worse and worse work just to make a couple of bucks, like, Bungie, like BioWare, invests its time in the games that they're making. Let's see here. That's 2 kills, and let's just get the third right quick. So I know there's going to be a guard within my sights. There he is. Can I make that shot? Surely not. Oh, yes I can! That was cool. That was a good shot. Like, I would have thought, like, in real life, that probably isn't possible. Like, let's be real here. Like, you're trying to shoot upward over a brick wall and have the bullet dip into your target. You'd have to be a master marksman to knock that out. That's just that's video game physics right there at its finest. Maybe so. I will say, I also do need to back up your earlier comment about Dartmoor being a mood. Like, it's such a, like, both this and the garden party are really cool.
Oh, by the way.
Like, the garden party is actually one of those, like, I was talking about them earlier, those axe murderer missions. Like, that's actually one of the maps that you can do it and the game won't crash. Well, I thought I eliminated 3 guards with a sniper, but I guess not. Can I even poison a guard? I didn't bring poison with me. Huh. Yeah, no, very... Oh, run away. Very, very Agatha Christie vibes, absolutely. It's just so funny because, like, I don't, you know, think about her, like, mansion murder mysteries when I think about her stuff first. Like, obviously because of, like, the films, I think of, like, Death on the Nile or Murder on the Orient Express. Those are the ones that come to mind. But, like, this is definitely that vibe. Oh yeah, no, full credit to Ryan Johnson for bringing that vibe back into vogue. Like, he really as the kids say, he understands the assignment. I think is the best way to... I'm leaving.
Mary is so
Looking for a convenient place to jump out, everybody. See?
It can be tough sometimes.
Alexa, back from
Just leaving, getting out of your eye lines. No, but Ryan Johnson has found the template for this kind of suspense, and it works wonderfully. Yeah, he's a very, very talented filmmaker. I got a lot of time for Ryan Johnson, honestly. I think that... I even think that Glass Onion, despite being a little bit more poorly received than Knives Out, is still a very good film. I just think it's not Knives Out. It's kind of like what we said about Andromeda, is that, like, you know, Knives Out is good, it just... Or, sorry, no, not Knives Out. Glass Onion is good, it just isn't as good as Knives Out was, and we all wanted it to be as good as Knives Out. Oh, I'm not slandering it. I'm just saying it wasn't as good as Knives Out. I think it's still a tightly drawn mystery, and it has very good beats to it. Like, there's no disputing that. But I do think Knives Out is just a little tighter, if I can use that term. Is a little tighter as a film. I feel like it earned, you know, like to use a very pretentious argument, I feel as though it earns its length. More than Glass Onion does. Alright, time to be dumb. 1, 2, 3.
What are you waiting for?
Oh, I was way dumb. I was extremely dumb. Idiocy unparalleled.
Come on, come in, you copy? Yeah, I'm here now. No, nothing. Quiet here. Over.
Yeah, Glass Onion's much more about being a social statement in addition to being a murder mystery. Because whereas the remit for Knives Out is it just wanted you to look at... As part of the murder mystery, it wants you to look at the venality of people when they're confronted by greed and by money. I think Glass Onion is a continuation of that idea because what it asks you is it asks you to look at and really revile people who, unlike the characters in Knives Out, Miles Braun gets and has in life everything that he's ever wanted, and he's still not fulfilled by that. So it's the other side of the coin of greed almost, right? Because in Knives Out, it's a bunch of greedy have-nots who are desperate to be somebody, and that compels the narrative of deceit and of lies around the family. Whereas Glass Onion is about a guy who is empty and hollow as a human being because he has everything and yet he is nothing. And I think it's a very, very cool twist on that. I just kind of feel sometimes the points about Miles Braun and the beats are belabored a little bit. That's kind of it for my criticism. In terms of the film, I don't really grade stuff on scales of 10 anymore, but like firm 8 out of 10 for Glass Onion in my opinion. And very, very rewatchable. Yeah, no, that's a piece of added social commentary and context that I think future generations are just not going to appreciate the same way. Because we really are the ones who, like...
All of you in today are
there's just a perfect convergence there, right, of circumstance. That, like, the film isn't supposed to be about Elon, but the film is about Elon.
You want to holster that?
I'd even go so far as to put Knives Out in, like, that 9.5 kind of range. I think it's a remarkably well-made film. You know, and I also, like, I have a pretty, you know, I have kind of a skewed barometer at the best of times anyway. Like, it's very easy for me to give a film something between, like, say, 6 and 9 stars. I have a ton of films in that range just because it seems to be where most stuff falls. It takes a lot for me to, like, really truly embrace a movie as, like, perfect, and it takes me a lot as well to truly hate something. So, the fact that it falls high in that range, I think, is the best, you know, I can speak of it. What am I going to do about these guards? I've just sort of been kind of running around aimlessly trying to find a good angle. Maybe I can get him to go to the... Oh, I don't have the Seeker, that's right. I was going to poison him, and then I'm like, nope, don't have it. You know what? This'll work.
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the Syndicate.
Holy shit!
That's gotten me into the house. Look at that. It'd be nice to see Johnson get some sort of attempt at, like, I don't even know if I want him to do Star Wars again, say. I just want him to be able to do something, a sci-fi concept all of his own. I think I'd be very happy to see.
Excellent work.
Like, he's got sci-fi in his wheelhouse in spades, and I think Last Jedi proves it, even though people were, I think, really kind of cruelly unfair to that movie. Like, I don't think Last Jedi is the worst thing that I've ever seen in Star Wars, because I've seen Attack of the Clones. I know what bad Star Wars filmmaking looks like, and it's called Attack of the Clones. You know, I think Last Jedi is just a film that, if anything, was a perpetual victim of studio interference, and that is why it struggles to hold up as a film. Nothing to do with the actual making of the film. It is just that it got, you know, absolutely screwed by studio meddling, in my opinion. Really? Okay, so you actually have... That's actually interesting. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody list it as, like, their favorite of all time in the Star Wars series. I'd be curious to hear that. Do I have the shot? No, I don't have the shot. Damn. I'll have the shot when he comes back over here. Yeah, like, I can just get you there.
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47. Get back to the...
That was easy enough.
I'll be in touch.
Pacified one guard unnoticed. Well, that's good to hear. I think that's a very valid reason to have a movie jump up in your estimation. There, you know, when stuff speaks to you in a unique way, you really do have to, like, you have to be honest about that stuff resonating with you. You can't be dishonest because of you know, other people's opinions and stuff like that. It's, you know, especially for something like Last Jedi that absolutely got, like, crapped on by critics and by people on the internet. Like, if you're somebody who likes that and you've got personal reasons for liking it, stick to your guns. Like, that's the right way of conducting yourself, I think. Like, actually, on the subject of Star Wars, I've got one like that as well. I personally really, really like The Phantom Menace. Like, I actually think The Phantom Menace is a lot better of a Star Wars film than people give it credit for. And I think one of the reasons it receives a lot of unnecessary and, quite frankly, stupid criticism is that while, yes, there are absolutely problems with the script that are fairly critiqued, people get angry at it because they don't like Jar Jar Binks. And they don't like Jake Lloyd as Anakin. And quite frankly, I feel like a lot of that is genuinely stupid criticism, because what they're criticized for is for things that are out of their control. Like the actor who played Jar Jar, who incidentally is a Jedi in, in Andor. The Jedi who saves, was it Mandalorian, or was basically the Jedi who saves Grogu is the guy who played Jar Jar Binks. So he gets his redemption, but like everything that he was asked to act up for the Jar Jar character by Lucas, like none of that is his fault. The way that Jake Lloyd acted and was tried to be a childlike presence in Phantom Menace, he was told to do that by Lucas. Like, that's not his fault that that's the performance he was asked to give. And I think, quite frankly, the hateful, embarrassing way that Star Wars fans went after that movie, and after those two in particular, is Ahmed Best. Thank you. Yes, that's the name. Is both Jake Lloyd and Ahmed Best got done dirty by that when people needed to realize that what you're watching is an homage to the 1977 Star Wars. You're just going to go on a really fun space adventure that is meant to set up the world of Star Wars for you and introduce these loose threads that are then going to be, I'll admit, haphazardly put together in episode 2 and 3, which is why Clone Wars and other stuff exists, to inform and make the prequels a little bit better in retrospect. But like, Phantom Menace has a pod race scene, which is almost a shot-for-shot homage to the Ben-Hur chariot scene from 1959. It has a great space battle sequence. It has in the same way that the original Star Wars trilogy's lightsaber battles were inspired by the swordplay of Akira Kurosawa and samurai films, The Phantom Menace takes a similar influence because they took the influence of wushu film and Hong Kong cinema and turned that into the template for New Age lightsaber battles, and in the process created the best lightsaber duel that there has ever been in the Star Wars series. Do not come at me. Like, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul is the best it gets because they brought in an actual Hong Kong stuntman, they actually trained in wushu, and they actually shot it so that you could see the action that was going on. It's a brilliant sequence in the film. The pod race is a brilliant sequence in the film. Like, you can't tell me Phantom Menace is a bad film. You can tell me it's got certain segments that are poorly written or poorly edited. I will accept that. You cannot tell me it is not a deeply entertaining and fun ride through the Star Wars universe. And honestly, if you're making Phantom Menace, because the prequels were made for my generation. Like, we were youngins when that started. We became angsty teenagers as Revenge of the Sith came out in 05. Like, you can track the millennial aging progression with those movies. But, like, Episode 1 was intended for an audience of children, and it plays like a great children's film. The Snoke fight is good. I think it is... It's good because it has a deeper metaphorical context behind it. And I think that's what every good lightsaber duel needs. It needs that extra edge. Like, even though people do not rate it highly, for whatever reason, the first ever lightsaber duel between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader is one of my favorites because it is pure Kurosawa. It is a dramatic fight between two aged Ronin fighting over the loyalty of their student, and fighting over the methodology by which they teach. And even in defeat, Obi-Wan, the noble Ronin, is justified over the victory of the enraged, intoxicated with hatred Ronin. And it's a really, really, the fact is that Darth Vader loses his son, which we don't know at the time it's his son, but Darth Vader loses any influence he could have ever had on Luke the moment he strikes down his master. And the moment that Obi-Wan sacrifices himself nobly, Luke was never going to fall to the dark side of the Force. It's electric filmmaking. Alright, we gotta find... Back to Hitman briefly, although I'm loving this digression we're on right now. I'm having a brilliant time discussing this. So a smoker and a bookworm who's bald with a hat, glasses, and tattoo. I can do that. And silent assassin. No, I can do an epic melee kill, though. Where's my ice pick? No, forget the ice pick, bring the Eiffel Tower knife. There we go. Yeah, Lucas didn't really have a cohesive plan. I mean, Lucas really, he's a very interesting figure to me because, like,
Have a good trip.
I know why he became the way that he is. Yeah, he had ideas. And more to it, he could put his ideas on screen in a fascinating way. His first feature, THX 1138, which incidentally, that's used as the cell block in Star Wars as a little Easter egg if you know his first film. Cell block 1138 is from THX 1138. Also, by the way, THX is, yes, the THX sound system that Lucasfilm would later release. So, lots of references there. But anyway, it's a remarkably interesting sci-fi film, basically about, like, a society that will only pursue wrongdoers as long as it is, like, economically effective to do so. So it's about a guy who commits a crime and then is desperate to run away from the police until, like, literally the money runs out. And it's really, really interesting. But what's tragic about it is that the studio was completely flummoxed by it and confused by what it was and did not understand it. And they bade, okay, you've got all the traits, so we're following you first. But it basically, the studio just took a hatchet to it. And it is a good film, but it's an incomplete film. And Lucas became so jaded and done with Hollywood as a director that he kind of, aside from Star Wars, which he kind of just forced himself to make almost as the director because no one else wanted to do it, he really soured on directing for almost all of his career. Really, he came back for the prequels because he's the man. He's made, you know, a literal $1 billion off of Star Wars merchandise. Nobody is going to say no to him on what decisions he wants to make with his trilogy. So the prequels were almost him rebelling and against what had happened to him on THX and saying, okay, I still remember what happened to me 30 years ago because the studios treated me horribly. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make my sci-fi trilogy, and I'm going to be uncompromising, and I am the guy who gave you Star Wars, so you're going to sit there and you're going to accept it. So, like, the inconsistencies and the lack of planning with the trilogy, I kind of get from the point that it was a little bit petulant, I think, in the way that he was making it. I don't mean that in bad terms. We all get petulant sometimes, but I think there was a little petty streak there that added to him making that. Yeah, no, lot of respect for Lucas. He's also George Lucas is also responsible for one of my favorite quotes ever about film. There's a great documentary that was released with the 1992 VHS releases of Star Wars called From Star Wars to Jedi. Oh wait, I think this is her. Yep, okay, you're my target. So I just gotta wait for her to get in the clear. But he had this quote in that documentary talking about Star Wars and it being a sci-fi big budget thing and being asked about the special effects. And what he said was, a special effect is a tool, a means of telling a story. A special effect without a story is a pretty boring thing. And it's such a brilliant summation of the impact of special effects in filmmaking. Oh yeah, no, yeah, and like now, like, you know, flash forward, he was clearly the guy you want in charge of a special effects house because Lucasfilm is and ILM are so integral to the film industry as to be inextricable from them. Okay, so I'm gonna need a guard costume. Duly noted. Yeah, it's just it's remarkable how he made himself inextricable from the industry. He really did. Yeah, Skywalker sound, of course. Yeah, of course we got into Skywalker sound. Like, I'm mad at myself for not thinking of that immediately as a sound guy. Oh, you know what? I forgot a shotgun to eliminate guards with. Mistakes were made. But yeah, no, I mean, Lucas is... I think Lucas is entitled to make a couple of films that come off a little bit half-baked. You know, I think he's entitled to that. That's an interesting prospect, isn't it? The new Indiana Jones game has the potential to be good, but having said that, I will also say that they really are going to struggle to make it a relevant game beyond the basic format of, say, like an Uncharted. Because I feel like Uncharted is the type of thing that presents the, you know, platonic ideal of what an Indiana Jones game would be. You know, in effect, like, from 2007 on, we got Indiana Jones games. They just starred Nathan Drake instead of Indiana Jones. You know, I haven't actually played the modern Wolfenstein games. The only time, actually, I even played the classic Wolfenstein games... I'm about to die. Hang on. Sorry. And now I got to get to the exit. So we're headed to the dock. So the key is, head to the dock. Wait for my prime suspect, who I marked.
But reception says one of our guys picked it up.
Get him! Shoot him! Now!
And die, because I'm about to die. Yeah, I got nowhere to go. I'm doomed. I'm actually doomed. Go ahead and kill me, please. Yep. Oh, that got hell. Like, of course the assassin comes right then, right?
Back to the drawing.
It's like clockwork. But no, to finish the story I was telling, the only time I have ever played Wolfenstein was in college in my Holocaust literature class, because the class itself was not about like, oh, here, read this super depressing thing you already know about the history of the Holocaust. It was about reading experimental or, you know, fiction literature that is adjacent to the Holocaust, or that depicts what happened in the Holocaust in unique ways, or depicts the, you know, iconography around the Holocaust and around Nazism. And so, like, for instance, we read The Pawnbroker in that class. I read Mouse in that class. I read what seems like imperceptible, but is actually a really interesting piece of art, Double or Nothing. So I had a lot of really interesting stuff to read, and for one day of class during the lecture, we were talking about Wolfenstein in the context of, I believe in the context of Inglourious Bastards and revenge fantasies. And so they needed somebody to get up in front of the class and to demo Wolfenstein. And I was basically the only gamer in this whole lecture. So I just, hand shot up from the back of the class and out front I went, and I literally went through my first playthrough of Wolfenstein for like an audience. So, like, when you mentioned, actually, like, building off of that, when you mentioned the alt history aspect of it, that's something that would be very appealing on that rubric and in that subject matter. Like, it's a very interesting synchronicity with the way that I got inured by Holocaust literature. Genuinely one of, like, it feels weird to say, but, like, genuinely one of the classes that I feel, like, happiest that I took when I was in college. You know, love my film courses, love my film major, but the work I did in the background on like my history minor and on like learning and being able to be eloquent and intelligent on the subjects of genocide and on the subjects of war, like that was really valuable stuff. So like if you ever have a chance to run across any of the like, you know, it's heavy reading, but like if you ever have a chance to run across any of the Holocaust literature I mentioned, I highly recommend it because it's very, very valuable stuff. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a quick little break here because I've been going for about 2 hours and just give myself a quick little stretch break, and then I'll come back, and I think I'll do a couple more missions. So if you don't mind hanging tight for like 2-3 minutes, I'm going to just give y'all a little bit of house music so that you got something nice to listen to while we're waiting. On stream, we call these Space Jams. So I will put this on, and I will make my way out. Yes, Elie Wiesel's Night. Add that to your list as well if you're ever interested in Holocaust literature. It's a very valuable read. Read that one in 8th grade. That was harrowing as a kid. But on that rather chipper subject of Holocaust literature, I will be back in about 2 or 3 short minutes. Just gonna, you know, take care of myself, refresh my water, and we will be back to some more Hitman in just a minute. Whew. First. Alrighty, we are back. Thank you for your patience, everybody. But, yeah, and sorry about the whiplash. I do apologize. It is definitely a shift to get myself to break, but everything the same. I think we pulled it off. I think we're ready to get back in. I'll tell you what, though. I had an idea as I was getting ready to come back. I think I'm going to see if I can't run a little bit of revenge on Thailand for taking me out. So I'm going to leave Freelancer for the moment, and we're going to head to the not as good, but still, you know, existing contracts. And we are going to find... Can I still take this one? Is this still the one that has everybody? Yes, it is. Okay. So, now I think we're going to go ahead and see how well I can do as an... We're going to do the Axe Murderer Challenge, I think. So, planning, got everything I need. Do I want a smuggled item? Yes, I do. Let's go ahead and put it in the basement. And I'd like to sneak in another melee weapon, so let's sneak in Masamune. Or the ancestral knife I could bring. That's a good shout for me, honestly. Red Dead is a game that really does speak to me, so I probably will need to check out Wolfenstein at some point. Alright, so... Yeah, everything's wonderful. I'm just going to go ahead and head into the back rooms this way. Do not worry about me. See, I'm just a man... Alright, now, the one problem with this mission is that... Now, watch this. Notice how I'm aiming at the camera. Notice what didn't just happen to the camera. And again, and again, and again. Let's get closer, shall we? There we go. So yeah, this gun isn't going to work for about 30-40 NPC kills at least. But look at all of the targets that my game just crashed on. Oh, it did crash, didn't it? Yep, it did crash. Huh, that's been stable before. That genuine, I've never had that one specifically crash on me before. That was surprising. So, if that one crashes, I don't think the Dartmoor Garden Party crashes, though. So I can do the Dartmoor. I can do the Dartmoor one of these. I want to show this off because, these technically aren't supposed to exist, but, some geniuses who have, I guess, modded or gone into the back end to create these contracts, have created contracts that have stability where you can go and just murder everybody on the map. And I think the Dartmoor one is the most stable of those. Because I've never had a crash on Bangkok, but I definitely have never had a crash on Dartmoor. Yeah, this is the right one. Paris is, it sort of works. I have done the one in Paris. It is a whole heap of fun. If I knew for a fact... If I knew for a fact that Paris would work, I would be doing that with no questions asked. I'll bring a lethal syringe, why not? Why do I need a lockpick? I want a combat knife. No need for a lockpick here. Alright, let's go to the garden party. I don't know, there's gotta be some way for me to make them actually stay. If I ever figure out how to make them fully stable for a stream, I will absolutely do that. Because, Paris is a nightmare for it. I'll tell you which map is really a nightmare with these missions. Is doing this in Berlin. Berlin is next level. But now we're ready to move. I think the first order of business is getting myself a policeman's uniform and strangling these two. That worked out nicely.
Huh? What?
And 2 down. All right. Yeah, no, it is like it definitely gets into morbid territory. It will be a lot worse if I find what I'm looking for. As I'll put it that way. If I find what I'm looking for, this place is going to get really messy really quickly. But as you can see, just a bunch of people, just a bunch of rich targets. A lot of names that you might recognize from Hitman missions, just all sitting around having a good time. Unaware that they're all now being stalked. I'm shocked that like equipment finally exists that can run something like this at 60 FPS. Yeah, it's you know, it's the fact that I bought a gaming PC at the Christmas 2021. I think that's really the only reason to explain it. I don't know how much made before the 2020s could run something like this, because obsolescence is very much a thing. Well, I've got a hatchet now. So, quick little scan, and now we're just going to do some absolutely heinous shit. And boop! And now we're moving. Serial killer hours have begun. See, now you're getting into territory where I just, you know, I kind of have to, like, politely nod. I don't know computer specs. I know how to sneak around with this hatchet, but I don't know computer specs. Like, I know what I've got works really well, and I'm happy about it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, I know if someone mentions, like, NVIDIA, I don't, like, I know... Oh, hey, welcome in, Phoenix. This is a contract that I am aware of in the contracts mode section of Hitman World of Assassination, where whichever person made this in the background somehow figured out how to make almost every viable NPC, like, these are just, like, place fillers, like, they don't matter, but every NPC that has its own unique pathing or unique presence is able to be targeted for some reason. I think it's just somebody got into the code and just cooked. So I literally just get to run around being an axe murderer in this game. Or I guess a hatchet murderer, to be more technically correct. Either way, stuff like this happens now. I mean, yes, it does defeat the stealth mechanics a little bit, but... it's also a very interesting exercise in this game to see if you can pull this off. Who's isolated? You're isolated. Really, this is like straight up like horror movie stuff. I've actually, like, honestly, it's made me conceptualize, like, I've thought of a really interesting horror movie idea that would be very hard to pull off. It's just, like, you have a party like this at, like, a chateau, where it's just, like, there are hundreds of people and there's staff and all that, and, like, you never show people outright being murdered until, like, halfway through the film or, like, 3/4 of the way through, but, like, ever so slightly, like, you just notice the population of the party being, like, removed steadily in the background. And it's like, how long can the audience go along before they realize it's not like some, like, slice of life observation on the bourgeoisie, and it's actually a slasher film? Like, I would, like, that type of idea, like, gets me giddy, if that was possible to be pulled off. Because it just seems like such an interesting concept for a slasher flick. Okay, I have liquidated an entire side of the river. Back to the house! Yeah, the weapon animations in this game are crazy.
For your contacts or something? What are you up to, man?
Let's see here. I think the methodology is to start outward and work your way inward. Nobody's even seen a body yet, which is shocking. Bad luck. Yeah, no, like, totally. To back up what we were talking about earlier with Star Wars, it's like, I've always loved the quote from Episode 1. It's like, General, process them. I think I can get rid of... No, there's too many people back here to make that effective right now. Yeah. Liquidate, like, the reason I get liquidate and, like, know it as a vocab word and know to use it in that context is legitimately because of Austin Powers. I don't know if you... I don't know if that one's in your wheelhouse of comedies, but that whole scene with, like, what about their support group? I thought we were having a breakthrough. I had them liquidated, you little shit. So good. Yeah, I think it is from the first one. Yeah, because that's also sharks and laser beams. That's right, because the first Austin Powers genuinely still holds up, I think. Like, I'm certain that there's some problematic humor I have forgotten. But, like, as a film, it is still a whole lot of fun to watch. Like, I never cease to crack. I never fail to crack up at the scene where he has to reverse the cart in the hallway. Like, that speaks to me at a preternatural level. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, the first one, it's usually problematic. It's usually because, like, hey, we want to make a broader point about, like, the totally unacceptable sexism within the James Bond movies, and the fact that these are actually, like, kind of heinous if you look at them from, like, modern sensibilities. Like, yeah, that is very intentional. Alright, the guards are starting to wake up to the fact that something is going on. Not very quickly, but they're waking up. I can hear yelling. Yeah, the steamroller is fantastic as well. Like, that and the whole thing is, like, it's one of, like, Will Ferrell's, like, earliest funny performances as well. Doing the Mustafa thing about, like, you shot me! You actually shot me! I can't... You shot me again! Why do you keep shooting? Like, very my style of humor. Sorry. Oh, I feel bad about that one. Yeah, he begged for his life. You just died silently. I don't feel as bad. Can I take people out in the gardens? I think I have the... Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. Huh. Different garden, probably, would be better to start with. Actually, you know what I can do? Screwdriver came in handy. Oh, you're bringing a body over here. Yeah, no, don't worry. I'm just observing where we've got all these corpses cordoned off. It's good that you're coming over. And thank you for your help, officer. You've been very, very helpful. Goodbye. Alright, we continue.
Perhaps I should leave now.
Yeah, Austin Powers is great because it does the juvenile in a really intelligent way. And I think that's kind of what most of us want from our humor. Is we want crude laughs that, like, feel like a knowing nod and a wink, rather than just being crude for the sake of being crude. There we go. Waiting for a stand-up, apparently. Yeah, the nudity censoring is great. Although, in terms of series jokes, in terms of, like, jokes, the one where they lay stuff on you one after the other, I don't think I'll ever laugh harder than in The Spy Who Shagged Me with the... It looks like a giant... Johnson! Yes, sir! What's that on the radar? I don't understand. It just appears to be a great big set of balls. That wasn't a ball, it was a strike!
Right? Yep, we're gonna be fine.
Like, really clever wordplay. Like, airplane clever. Shouldn't have run off on your own, buddy.
Oh no. Are you hurt?
So we're making progress and the game has stayed stable. So I guess we really are doing axe murdering live on stream. Yeah, that's a good comparison too. I can't believe it, I'm surrounded by assholes. Keep firing, assholes! Man, Spaceballs! I have not seen that in a hot minute, but that's another hilarious movie. That's easily probably the best aged Mel Brooks comedy, too, I'd think. Like, I remember watching Robin Hood Men in Tights with BK's Community. And definitely that hadn't aged as well as I would have liked it to, but... Oh yeah, no. Playstyle better be axe murder. I'm absolutely trying to cap heads with this.
Please don't.
There we go. And let's get a better costume, shall we? Keep calling them costumes. Alley-oop. Thank you. And then, let's see here. As long as I'm in the house. Oh, these wings are blocked off right now. That's right. So they're not actually in the house. These two are just guarding the house. I'll have to get them later. Yeah, no, starting BK on Young Frankenstein was a really... in fairness, like, it's much beloved by the community, and we're the ones that chose it. But, like, yeah, that's a rough one to start on. Like, I'd almost even rather start her on, like, The History of the World Part 1. Because that's just completely, like, funny without added context. It's just, like, the 15 Commandments gag is one of the funniest things that's ever been put on film. I remember seeing that as a child and, like, crying. I was laughing so hard. There we go. And I'm doing all this because my gun won't work yet. I still haven't killed enough NPCs to have the aim return. But yeah, no, like, Mel Brooks, you know, and actually, you know, modern day, you really can't start somebody on Blazing Saddles. Like, Blazing Saddles is, like, it has so many important things to say about racism and racist behavior, but at the same time, if you aren't, like, fully versed in Blazing Saddles going in, you could very easily think of it as an extremely racist film. If you weren't inured to the process of making it, and of the specific way it was written, and the specific way it was made by its actors, you can have a lot of misconceptions about that movie. Oh, this will actually work. Yeah, you really do have to work up to it. Like, Spaceballs you can start with. Robin Hood Men in Tights you can start with. History of the World Part 1 you can start with. And I think those are kind of the three for Brooks, in my opinion. Like, for Mel, like, yeah, well, you can't really start on stuff like High Anxiety, you really have to have watched a ton of Hitchcock, for example. Like, High Anxiety, I could show BK, like, she's seen Psycho, but High Anxiety, I can show BK after she's seen that, and Vertigo, and Rear Window, and The Birds, and Shadow of a Doubt. Like, there's a lot to cover for that one. And Strangers on a Train. Like, why are you running out of... Dude, some of these people just don't know horror movie logic. I'm gonna run out of the party and away from the crowd. Rope is fantastic, because Rope is, like, true mystery. Which, like, everyone always wants to associate Hitchcock with horror because of how scary Psycho and the Birds are. But, like, give me his suspense films, honestly. Like, Strangers on a Train is one I swear by, because so many people haven't seen that one, and to me, it's one of his best thrillers. Actually, you know what I was lucky enough to see from an original print? I just remembered this. Is, his film The Lady Vanishes. Wait, why didn't you kill her? Well, okay, that's one axe murder I didn't do. I guess the steps got in the way of that. But yeah, no, I saw The Lady Vanishes, which is early Hitchcock, and it's really good. It's like all about like, it's all about like a mysterious old woman and Nazis trying to track her down, and like it's really interesting. Yeah, sometimes Jason Voorhees he has to freeball it, you know? Any luck catching them killers then?
Nothing here, command. Moving on.
Just the one killer, actually. Still too many people in that garden.
Hey, son of an...
It's a mystery. I just don't know who could be doing this. All these axe wounds, and I'm just running around with my axe trying to figure out who's committing this crime. Ooh, gardening shears. That'll be fun.
Hey, I need some backup over here to watch my sticks. Wake up, command. Situation here.
Ooh, a lot of guards.
Come in. There is a guy out there.
But they can't see this. It's amazing how a hedge works. Mr. Skinner. I love Timothy Dalton. Honestly, this doesn't get said about Dalton enough because I don't think people are with me on this, but desperately underrated James Bond actor. The Living Daylights gets deserved flack from history because, like Rambo 3, it also venerates the Mujahideen. So, yeah. But, at the same time, really interesting spy movie. But the one of his that actually is aged like fine wine is License to Kill. I grew up with the Bond films. And so, like, they're, like, very special to me. Like, even knowing, like, I know they're TNA films. I know they're tits and ass films. I'm not, like, expecting them to be grand cinema. But I still love them with all my heart. I think the best Bond movies, as I've gotten older, are the ones that are, like, it's James Bond plus another thing. Dr. No is a classic, but also really bad to start with, particularly if you like seeing women treated well on film. And also, if you don't like stereotypes about Caribbean people, Dr. No's not for you. I like the Bond movies that are like, it's a James Bond mystery, plus another thing added on top of it. So, like, perfect example, and it's a film that gets a lot of shit that it doesn't deserve, is On Her Majesty's Secret Service, the one George Lazenby film. Yeah, it's got some retrograde stuff going on there, too. You know, like, the Blofeld's whole plan is to hypnotize and secretly subjugate women so that they will be Manchurian candidates. It's an interesting storyline. It is. It's a little retrograde, but it's interesting. But it's also James Bond plus a love story. And yes, John Barry absolutely crushes his orchestration for that film. Plus Louis Armstrong's We Have All the Time in the World is beautiful and drives me to tears every time. We have all the time in the world just for love. But anyway, yeah, like, I like that because it gives me a new and interesting layer on top of James Bond. Like, I'm thinking less about him being a scumbag as a character because it's given me a reason to appreciate his flaws. Like, yes, in Honor Majesty's Secret Service, James Bond is still the cold, dispassionate, flawed, sex-obsessed spy. But he has someone in here in the film, in Teresa, who makes that notion impossible for him to uphold and challenges Bond. And so Bond has to grow into a loving, real adult in that film. Only, spoiler alert, at the end of the film, he has to be confronted with that same soullessness he's always had. Like, it's a really remarkably interesting Bond movie. And License to Kill, to get back to my original digression, is a whole lot like that. Because License to Kill is essentially James Bond plus a detective story. And added on to that, like, 45 minutes into License to Kill, and this won't spoil too much, but like, 45 minutes in, Bond is told, turn in your badge and your gun, basically. So, you have a Bond story that is actually a tale of vigilante justice, and of Bond seeking revenge, while also, excuse me, take care of that really quickly, while also functioning as a detective. So, like, it takes James Bond, and it adds something new to it, and, like, to get all the way back to the original point about Dalton's performance as Bond, it gives Dalton's unique ability to convey rage and anger on film, and to really portray it as an undercurrent. Like, he doesn't have to be bombastic about it, he's just good at being filled with rage. And so it gives Dalton an opportunity to play James Bond his way. It's just phenomenally interesting. Oh, for Honor Majesty's Service, the main theme for that? Yeah, no, that is really beautifully scored. And, really, that's what I try to bring, is George W. Bush energy. If I can bring that to stream, I know I've succeeded. But I'll add to that, to speak about License to Kill, again, Gladys Knight's theme song for License to Kill is fucking fire. Like, Gladys Knight will, like, stand you up out of your seat with License to Kill. I don't know why I'm crouching. This is going swimmingly. Because if I'm getting all the guards to come out onto the perimeter right now... Oh, will you let me actually... Will you... Okay, fine. Oh, fuckity, there goes my hatchet. I got too impatient and now my weapon is gone. Well, I've got garden shears, so I can still do that. And hey, I hit that guard's body at least, so like... You know, interesting question. I've killed enough NPCs with the axe to where I wonder if the pistol will work. Take a test shot. Pistol works! Now I can haunt the periphery of these people even more than I was before. Actually picking up the pace a little bit too as I do it. And nobody's any the wiser. I know, right? Yeah, as if I wasn't well equipped enough to take out this mission. Yeah. I was very surprised by that information, actually. I'm kidding. Oh, man. Well, actually, yeah, no, okay, miss, you really gotta stop making... Oh, okay, you're not gonna make it easy for me. Good job! You got out of the way of my line of sight. Unfortunately, she didn't.
What? Are you okay?
Now I'm channeling Monty Python's How Not to Be Seen. Boop, I'll take my shears back, thank you. I can't believe I lost the axe in the dumbest way possible. Oh man, now there's a series I never picked up that I totally should have. Is I've never played Watch Dogs, and I've been told I'd love it. Gotta blow into my stick again. I should have been more careful about how I phrased that. Oh no, whatever shall you do?
Someone on the ground. You are 5x5 Echo Foxtrot. Come in. Someone is killing people for fun, it seems.
Interesting.
Is there anyone who can help? Please.
Because I've got a thing for neo-noir. You know I got a thing for neo-noir, actually. You do know that. Like, incidentally, speaking of Ryan Johnson, I will at some point have to show Brick in BK's server. Because Brick is a really, really interesting neo-noir.
I need help, please. Oh God. Oh God. Where all these bodies come from?
Oh, I killed a non-target somehow. How did that happen? Oh, come on. There we go. See, why can't you just go down with one bullet like that nice lady over there? I am running out of silenced ammo a little bit, though. Oh, no, never mind. I just refreshed it. That was nice of Hitman. Oh, so it's Watch Dogs 2 I should play, then. That's actually good info to have. As I will, unless the first is, like, integral to understanding the second, in which case I would play the first. Oh my god. I gotta be honest, I totally understand the affection behind hackers. I was only sort of on it. Granted, I didn't see it when I was young, so obviously I'm a little bit... my experience with it is a little more checkered. But, like... Oh, I didn't kill her. Whoops. But yeah, like, I didn't, you know, get as much of a laugh from it as I thought I was hoping for. But I did, like, I absolutely understand and appreciate why it is as beloved as it is. Like, that popped off the page with hackers. Man, this is just going easy now. Oh, well, that's not good. I've been noticed. For the first time, I've been noticed. Yeah, you'd be surprised. I'm often surprised by how much, like, old media has to say about some forward-thinking stuff that, like, would not have applied in its day. This is a niche movie, but I love it. I don't care if anyone says it's bad. I will fight them on this. I just rewatched last night Phone Booth, which I don't think I'd watched Phone Booth for 20 years. It's commentary on the way we use phones and cell phones and sort of the breaks and barriers to privacy. The ideas around it are so forward-thinking for 2002. Are just phenomenally interesting.
I just need to know.
And like that film gets a bad rap because it got kind of edited to hell. It's an hour and 20 minutes, and the studio basically cut 20 minutes off of it. But it's a really, really interesting period piece, as it turns out. Like it's a perfect microcosm of that time when everyone was moving on to cell phones and off of payphones. Well, this is just a piece of piss now. Yeah, exactly. And also, I'm also a big lover of what I call forgotten films. Like, it's not like the films are bad. It's not like they're forgotten because they're just like... They're films that were like microcosms of their time that just people don't remember anymore. Like, I'll give you a title. Do you remember the 2002-2003 film Changing Lanes with Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Affleck? Like, really, really interesting, kind of sedate thriller. And a really cool cat and mouse game without involving murder. Yeah, it's literally, it's like a really small, like, couldn't have been made for more than $5 or $10 million, thriller, starring Sam Jackson and Ben Affleck. And it's really quite good. And just, like, it's a film that no one remembers. Or, like, another one, to give you is, this one you'll probably remember, because you're actually pretty well-versed on these things. But the 1996 Val Kilmer action spy film, The Saint, itself based off of the Roger Moore TV series from the 70s and 60s. Like, that's another one that's a really entertaining watch, and yet nobody remembers it anymore. Yeah, see, like, I love championing these films. Ooh, I killed him with the kidney. But yeah, like, that's the kind of stuff that, like, you know how, like, there's that meme on the internet about how guys can entertain themselves for hours by just naming random sports figures? That's me with these kinds of movies. It's like, dude, do you remember The Saint? Dude, do you remember Changing Lanes? Like, yeah, like, that's me falling into that stereotype.
Oh my god, you've got to help me.
I think I might actually... It's pretty heated right here. I might actually have to move out to the other porch. I might actually have to stop hunting in the maze. Okay, maybe I don't actually have to stop hunting in the maze just yet. Find anybody? I'm looking all over for this killer. Oh, I've been noticed. I do have to move. Ask you about Kingdom Hearts lore? Not a chance. Like, I mean, listen. When I finally catch up with the series by playing, like, Kingdom Hearts 2 and 7/8, the battle for, you know, the Hearts Fancy, or whatever it is. That's not me taking the piss out of the games being good, by the way. That's just me making a joke about the nomenclature. But yeah, no, you would absolutely have me drowning with Kingdom Hearts lore. I would not know where to start. I can, however, start there. Really, nobody saw me kill him. Nobody saw me shoot the guy standing by the door. Well, okay. I mean, you want to play it that way. Boop. And boop. And nope. Nope. Boop. There we go. Yes, birth by sleep negative 0.2, a fragmentary passage. Exactly. Like, that is exactly it. Like, I have nothing but, like, I have many a friend who Kingdom Hearts was a vital part of their upbringing and of their growth as people. And I have a lot of respect for that. But the names are ridiculous, y'all. Like, they are just ridiculous. Like, it's like they're like Terminator sequel ridiculous. They're like Nightmare on Elm Street and like Jason ridiculous.
Goddamn, I'm hit.
In terms of like I know. When you're like when you have to understand complex fractions to know how to say a series title, like oh, I gotta fix this friggin' Nightbot, dude. Ugh. Why is Nightbot having such a conniption over frickin' caps? There we go. Nah, I maintain none of these are on you, honestly. I maintain that, like, all of these, like, various, like, warnings from Nightbot. Like, that's the kind of stuff I don't mind having in my chat. Like, whoa!
Hey, somebody want to help us out over here?
I got seen. Well, that was hubris coming to bite me. Well, that makes this interesting. Now someone actually knows what I'm up to. This is that point in the serial killer script I was telling you about. Unfortunately for him, his peripheral vision wasn't good enough. Oh, I can go kill these two. It's like, now I'm just trying to figure out where I can do some damage. I think it's a variance mod. I mean, like, I basically just, like, literally it's just a contract. Also, welcome in, Boxy Bear. But I literally just, like, this is a contract I found in the contracts mode on World of Assassination. And it just has everybody in the place as a target. Yeah, exactly. Like, I've actually, like, been able to, like, whittle down the numbers. Although, that said, there are still literally unbagged bodies everywhere. Like, there is, like, essentially, I just have to stay moving permanently because there is nowhere for me to stop. Custom kill animation, though, so... Oof! That was brutal. No, if only Freelancer gave you this many titles, right, Boxy? No, we had a massive and epic failure today on the Freelancer campaigns, so I decided instead I was going to close off stream by having a little bit of fun with what I have affectionately dubbed Axe Murderer mode. I was actually murdering people with an axe for a few minutes, but then I killed a guard who was standing too close to the river and my axe went in with him.
Someone's injured. Oh my god, there's dead people. Ah!
Can somebody please help me?
But yeah, no, that's exactly it. Like, there are just so many dead people now that, like, like, there's no way to not notice, and people are trying to start fighting back. But unfortunately for them, I am, you know, I wonder if I can get this down to a final girl. I don't think so, because some of the NPCs are just, you know, not marked, but... Yeah, I would love to add the variations map on sometimes. Like, I love what IO Interactive did to design all of these maps, but I've said this before. Actually, I said this on this stream. I would love more maps. I would absolutely love to have a little bit more to play with here. Because if you give me about 5 or 10 more, and I'd have zero to ever complain about with this game, honestly. Actually, that's not fair. I'd complain about the pathing still, because I'm a petty asshole. But... other than complaining about basic, like, gamer rage.
Oh no, that's
what?
Not good.
Okay, bro? Bro, I know that I'm, like... Like, see, like, she's upset and she's gonna go tell somebody about the body. You're just observing a dead man's body. Like, is this man right here, is this behavior not, like, very weird? Like, and people think I'm the psychopath? Like, dude, like, every other murder has just been, like, horrible, but, like, this is for the public good. Like, bro. Ooh, that's cool. I will need to add the variations mod then, because that's a really good addition. Like a lot of the variations I really do enjoy. It's stuff like, I love the Bangkok variation. I love the Dartmoor variation. yeah. That's like the really, like, interrogative, like, morbid professor character that they shoehorn into all these movies. But that dude just got his come up. Like, standing over a body like that, like, I get being shocked, but, like, when you go from, like, to interest, like, I start worrying about you. I start genuinely feeling like I'm justified in worrying about you as a human being. Alright, I gotta find another projectile weapon. Because I've lost the shears. I've lost the garden fork, and I've lost the axe. Yeah, I'm not big on Island of Scale either, I'll be completely honest. Like, it's an interesting map from, like, the first couple times you run it through, but, like, the level of, like, different accesses and the difficulty in moving around are so, like, it gets so frustrating so quickly that you end up just, like, avoiding campaigns that have it in there.
You need to deal with this guy right away.
Oh, yeah?
Some tosser is making a scene.
Really? Well, that's a shame. Imagine making a scene here at this party. Yeah, it is weak as a straight level. It's like... It's almost too complex to get around. Like, I think of a map like Santa Fortuna, for example. And Santa Fortuna is, like, it's big and it's complex, but it rewards you for poking around. I feel like Isle of Scale, like, when you poke around trying to find new places to move to, all you really get is just a new pathway to the same place you've been. It's kind of like Mendoza in that respect, honestly. Oh, I lost the screwdriver. Well, I appreciate you stopping by to chat. You know, I'm sorry your internet is futzing up a little bit, but I do appreciate you stopping by to say hello and your clear knowledge and love of the game. Nice to have you here, Boxy. Hopefully things get a little bit better, more stable for you. Surely not. No, I can't just kill them. That would be silly. Mumbai is fascinating because Mumbai is just, can you kill people if they're right on top of you? Oh yeah, no, there are some spawn points in this game that are, like, truly, like, the worst possible outcome. The stairs on Island Scale are one. The water tower in Colorado is an all-time terrible spawn. Like, Colorado's water tower, I think, is the worst spawn in the game. Oh, no, that's not the worst spawn in the game. The worst spawn in the game, in my humble opinion, is Marrakesh when you spawn in the school. In the, like, the back lot of the school, and you don't have a lockpick. That is the worst spawn you can have in the game. Like, that one, you are going to get spotted by guards, and you are going to get shot. And even, actually, in Marrakesh, even if you do get a guard costume in the school, so many of the guards recognize you that, like, you absolutely get obliterated. I like Colorado, too. It's just, like, Colorado is extraordinarily challenging because it is, I think I'm right in saying, the only map in the game where literally everyone is armed. So that really adds an interesting added layer of flavor, I think. Oops. Oops. Trying to use this thing like a sniper rifle. Nope. 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 Yes. That took a minute. Yeah, exactly. Like, honestly, if I spawn in Marrakesh, the first thing I do, if I've got, like, an explosive or I've got a means of creating a distraction, I kill the two guys in the radio room as noisily as possible. Hello, Hatchet! Ooh, thank you! Back in business. Ooh, and a knife? I'm getting spoiled. Yeah, like, the Marrakesh, like, spawn, like, you almost have to create a gigantic commotion in the school, get everybody going one way, and then head out the other.
Hey, you! No, no!
Someone please help me.
I do like sniping on Marrakesh, though. Like, if you get the spawn point at Marrakesh on top of the building, as long as you take out those 2 NPCs really, really quick, Marrakesh has, like, the best sniping grounds.
What's that you...
Yep. Listen, it's not my fault I lost the hatchet. Like, I just happened to be a little bit impatient, and the man was standing a little bit too close to the water. Sometimes these things happen. Like what's about to happen to these two. I do not like the kill where he splits their heads open. That always, like, makes me shiver a little bit. Ugh.
Are you okay?
I think it might happen to her, too, because I'm approaching her from the front. Yep! Oh! Oh, it's such a bad way to go. I mean, realistically, you'd think that would be a pretty quick end. Like, the axe hits you and you're gone. You're not going to live after that happens to your frontal lobe. But, like, yeah! Wouldn't you agree, sir? Like, ugh! See, that's almost a little bit more, like, civilized. The nitrogen head shatter is pretty good, I'm not gonna... although I personally am really partial to the wine press in Mendoza. I find that one very fun. Also, the one in Miami where you get the guy to kill his own daughter. That one's particularly interesting. Yep, exactly. Like, that's like the thing, is like, you feel like split second of unbelievable earth-shattering pain, and then you're immediately dead. Whereas that dude is gonna live for a minute. Like, that dude's gonna bleed to death because I hit him in the chest. Like, that's a bad way to go. Yeah, no, and the fact that Hitman had, like, the Hitman developers had that kind of foresight and improv ability to, like, say, hey, we're gonna just add this to the game where, like, you're not the only NPC who has stakes or has weight in this world is so well done. Goodbye, miss. And I'm sorry, I know you're just working a job, but I think it's high time I cleared these gardens. Because I think I'm right in saying I must have killed everybody who is armed on this map. Because security is not coming over here to investigate anymore. Like, is it possible I've killed all of security?
Oh shit, is this for real? Can somebody help me?
Yep, that's exactly right. Just pruning the gardens. Pruning the gardens. Yeah, the Dartmoor murder mystery is phenomenal. I love the wall break. I love the wall break of your target talking you through what's going on before you kill them. I think that's just so interesting. So let's drop Mr. Axe here for a second, because I think it's time for Mr. Garden Fork to go for a little flight. It's nothing personal, I just don't like bow ties. Yeah, the 007 game, I think it has a chance to be written very, very well.
What's the matter, buddy? Can you get up?
Yeah, I genuinely think all of the security is dead now. Which I think just means we now go on a progressive just run through the level. Because we do that, and then head to you. Shouldn't have run, and you shouldn't have stood there. Yeah, now we're at the point where the serial killer has dropped all pretense. You guys are witnesses. They're almost certainly, if they're smart, there will be a skin option for 47. Yeah, security is definitely dead. So let's now we're going for just a little jog through the garden. Yeah, there haven't been a lot of great Bond games in a long time. In fact, I think the last James Bond game that I played that I truly enjoyed, I think was the video game remake of From Russia with Love I had a good time with. That was good, but like when I think good Bond games, I gotta think all the way back to the 90s and thousands. Like, I'm talking like, you know, of course, GoldenEye, but The World Is Not Enough was very good, Nightfire was really good, Agent Under Fire was really good. Yeah, GoldenEye's the GOAT. Like, GoldenEye is impossible to best, basically. Because GoldenEye is like that rare blend of like, it's a perfectly, well, not perfectly balanced, but it's a well-balanced first-person shooter that just so happened to come out right when that genre was ready to explode. And so, and the multiplayer experience and the memories our generation has with that multiplayer are so ingrained and inured in our experience that, like, that game will always be highly regarded.
You gotta be kidding! Don't hit me!
I never actually played Quantum of Solace, so I couldn't speak on it intelligently. But I will say, the jank in GoldenEye to me is part of its charm. Like, the fact that, like, Oddjob is an unfair character because he's literally too short for the default aim is hilarious and, like, perfect to me. Like, those are the kind of game flaws I live for. As I just am, like, I'm steadily talking through this as I, like, try to stomach doing the most gruesome thing I've ever done on stream. Oh, these people aren't targets. What am I doing? Let me go find targets. That's not okay. Ah! Oh, that's a story as old as time. Don't run. I mean, yes, run, but like... But no, EA and Activision, like, they tend to do that. Oh, interesting. Okay. I have my own sort of fan theory on Quantum of Solace, if you're interested. Because I don't think Quantum of Solace is really its own film. I think that the best way to watch it is if you watch Quantum of Solace as like the 100-minute epilogue to Casino Royale, and watch them back to back as like one 4-hour experience, it makes a whole lot more sense as a film. Oh, now I feel guilty. He actually sobbed. That's not cool. Let's just deal with this. Huh. That's interesting. So they did kind of just, like, ruin it by trying to add on additional content, didn't they? So they actually tried to do what the movie was really kind of trying to achieve, only they didn't quite get it. Dude, everybody's just real upset with this. You'd think that I was axe murdering people or something. See, running into corners never actually works. I really don't like the added crying. That really takes this from, like, fun exercise, like, oh, I really shouldn't be serial killing people. This is awful.
We need some help here. Hey, don't throw.
I will throw. See, him I can actually get behind getting rid of because he tried to countenance me. But the rest of these people who are, like, actively, like, getting upset and, like, sobbing, like... That kind of makes this mission a little bit dark. Oh, okay. That's what it was?
Hey, are you okay? Do you need help?
Alright, so this is the last bunch I gotta go through, right?
What's that? Oh, what a mess.
And I see no guards. I do see a floating ice cream cone. Actually, you know what? I can probably just shoot everybody quicker. Yes, I know I just intimated again that I didn't realize that a gun would be quicker than a melee weapon. Shut up, totally. Yeah, yeah. Some of the Mercy dialogue is rough.
What the hell?
I mean, the assignment is the assignment, but, like... And it is a party actually full of NPCs who are, like, bad people in the game world. So, like, that part of it takes a little bit of the sting out of it. These are all essentially just, like, corrupt people who run the world. Oh, it's actually recycled from COD. Huh, that's very interesting.
There's bodies all over. Killed all these people.
They got 2, yeah, I got 3 targets left. Okay, cool.
Hey.
But yeah, this is axe murderer mode. This is literally, like, if you look around in the contracts on Hitman without any mods on them, this is what you can do. Especially if you're salty because your mission in Bangkok went south and so you need to take out a little bit of steam by totally dominating a level. Huh. I'll have to check that one out. You give me some good video recommendations tonight. And last on the targets, but first in our hearts. And I think I'm done. Am I done? Yeah, I'm done. To the exit. Oh, you know what? I got the speedboat key, so we're taking the speedboat. Because who says we can't leave our serial killing in style? Ah! Come on. Last thing I need from you controllers is to stop running right now. Oh, yeah. No, they better never patch contracts. Like, honestly, IO, if you ever see this, if you, like, see this and you're, like, upset about the evidence I'm showing you of a game that has been edited to give you more targets, never, ever, ever limit the contract mode to 5 targets. Give us more targets. I promise you it will make the community happy. But limiting people to 5 targets makes contracts rather boring. Basically, you upload a contract, but you have your game connect to a local server to edit the contract. Oh, that's how this was done! Okay, interesting. Because, like, I really like this adaptation. Like, you know, not everything has to be, you know, axe murdering people at X locale. You know, like, kill everybody. But, like, a mission, like, for instance, like, go to Dubai and take out the entire guard detail. Like, something like that seems awesome. Or, like, take out everybody in, like, the staff, you know, on the top 2 floors. Like, stuff like that, like, those ideas fascinate me. Oh, man, but this was fun. I had a good time with this tonight. Yeah, it probably was an engine limitation, but, like, I will say this, is if they're willing to go back into the game code for World of Assassination, and they're willing to put in the work they did on Freelancer, I beg IO to put the same kind of work into contracts, because, like, Freelancer did so much to bring this game to a whole new level, and I think you can do that with contracts, too. I think giving the community the ability to build in, you know, yeah, like a larger item limit. Like 100 is a lot, but it's not like, you know, crazy. I think, you know, building in a bigger limit and letting the community just cook around this, I think that's a great idea. I think there are so many possibilities that the community can bring to this, and already is bringing to this, because, like, in my, like, you know, people love this game. People enjoy this game. But people have come to this game in droves because of Freelancer. Like, Freelancer is, I think, even with a great story mode, Freelancer is the appeal of this game now. So if you know that as a developer, you really, really, really need to, like, build off of that and to extrapolate on these new game modes. I think Freelancer took this game from a 9 to a 10 already. You can take it to an 11 by giving the community more free reign. Yeah, no, we actually, like, really, like, got into things. Apparently, my method of performance art is axe murdering people on stream while pontificating upon the disposable nature of NPCs in gaming and how they inure us to the concept of death. Oh, that's the kind of highbrow commentary and lowbrow quality gameplay you can expect here. No worries, buddy. Boxy, I'm actually starting to, I think, kind of decompress for the evening. But before I go, first things first is I will put on a little bit of house music to give you guys something to listen to that's a little bit pleasant to take you into things. But secondly, we got to look for a raid, don't we? Because I would love to spread the love. Now, my dear friend and dear friend of the stream, Black Crystal, is currently involved in her subathon at Inside Gaming. I'm going to poke my head in to see if she happens to be on right now. Because if she's on right now, I'm going to raid them. Let's see here. Looks like it's just Jack, who I share a name with. If only if BK was on, I'd raid them, but she's not. So let's... Ooh, and I've got a sub here. Or a follow. Thank you very, very much for that, Boxy Bear. I really appreciate the follow, and I really appreciate you being supportive of the energy. Oh, and Totally Tight, thank you with the follow. I'm loving it. Also, if you, honestly, it's because my schedule is not as, like, it hasn't been in recent months as regular, and I'm now just getting back into my streaming rhythm and being regular with it, Boxy. So, like, I'm building the follows now, and I'm very, very, happy to do so. It's nice to be on this grind right now, because I'm getting to do fun things. Like, as, Totally just mentioned, like, one of the things that's going on the channel right now is, on other nights, I'm doing my, stream through of, my quest for 100% Red Dead Redemption 2. So, if you're into that, tomorrow night, I'm probably gonna have Red Dead going. Also do a little bit of speedrunning in this space with some F-Zero and Hades. Also, I play a ton of Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Play some Football Manager when I do my management days. I need to get F1 Manager 23 so I can do that as well. Maybe some Management Mondays coming up. But yeah, things are going to be cooking on the channel and things will be going. So onward and upward, as I say, nothing but being positive about it, especially when I get great followers like y'all and people who want to be here for the chat to get involved. Makes me feel very, very special to have that. But I want to make sure we put that special energy out in the air and we give somebody a good raid. So why don't we go on over to, See here, Katie Punch is doing some Valorant, and Katie Punch is a really, very nice streamer. Really, really, really nice person. So I think we're going to give Katie Punch some love tonight. So why don't I go ahead and initiate that and send you guys on over to her channel for a little bit of Valorant. It's been a minute since I've said hello over there too. So I will go ahead and initiate the raid. And we will head on over there after this. Guys, thank you so much for being here. We will be back at it more this week. We will be getting into probably the Red Dead tomorrow, and then probably some F-Zero a little bit later in the week. But we will be around. We'll be playing games, chatting like we do. Big subjects, fun people. You know it's a good place to be. Ooh, and that, we'll leave with some praise for a new community member with Boxy Bear. Boxy, the fact that you were able to 100 the Definitive Trilogy and GTA 5, you know what my pain is. I'm chasing that white whale in Red Dead, and we will get there. But that journey is for another day. For now, I am Space. This has been Wildcard Wednesday. Enjoy yourselves. I will see you very soon.